Real quick, everybody, this episode with Maurizio of Cataclysm wouldn't be possible without DistroKid. If you're an independent artist, this is for you. DistroKid makes it easy to distribute your songs on all major platforms. We're talking Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. You also get unlimited music uploads for one low yearly price. Keep 100% of the royalties from the songs you wrote, no commission taken. And your music goes live on streaming services quicker than any other distributor. Check it out at distrokid.com. That's distrokid.com. Link in the description below. And now, let's get to the podcast.
Hello, check, 1, 2.
Fucking Cataclysm, baby.
What's up?
So yeah, I got you your.
You got the slit one, which is the better one.
Is it really?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
I like it like that more. Sometimes some people do an X on it, but I like it like that too. It feels like you're not taking as much in. Sometimes when it's a complete cut, it's like it opens up like this, and this wine, it's like I find it a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I noticed when I didn't they call that a V cut?
Yeah.
For the cigars. Yeah, I noticed like, oh, this is like not so. Because the first time I smoked a cigar, I got sick.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I'm a man. I'm gonna freaking I'm gonna get like
it's the tobacco. It's heavy. So if you're not used to tobacco like that, I mean, it's gonna. So Gerardo, Steph smoked a cigar for the first time this weekend in Vegas. Oh yeah, he was high. He's like, I was like, man, I feel weird. I said, no, dude, let it happen. Just let.
Remember when Thomas gave Sven that shit, the tobacco?
Yeah. Dude, he puked almost.
He was
That
freaking-
shit they do, the fucking, what do you call that?
the hookah,
The one that they put under
under their
cocaine.
the snuff, not snuff or something. They put it right under the Swedish.
The Zen.
Yeah,
The Zen?
but it's a different one, I guess, that he does. I was hanging out with Thomas from Meshuggah, and when I was with him, and in Germany, and we were just drinking tons of wine, but he decided, hey, try this. I'm like, I know what that is. I'm not doing that because I know like it creates all this. This black tobacco saliva or whatever falls back in your throat. And stuff, and
yeah.
it's disgusting. But anyways, that's why they spit it, right? You know, a lot of baseball players do that. They chew tobacco or they put it like under the. But anyways, he gave it to Sven, the owner of RPM, and then that guy never did it in his life, so he just put it in there, and he's just like,
It hits you hard,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
It's just like if you're not used to like tobacco or like nicotine hitting you, and like
you feel like you're high. Like he was like, dude, I'm dizzy. I was like, yeah. I told you, don't do it.
don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Jay, are we horned up? Mauricio, a Cataclysm. Thank you for being here, man.
Dude, thank you for having me, man.
I'm honored. Yeah,
I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much.
we couldn't make it happen last time because of tight schedule.
Yeah.
Is it a full circle moment for you because you were on tour with Vader and literally like your band almost broke up and you went on tour with Vader and they kind of reunited something, correct?
Right. That's so basically in the late 90s, Cataclysm kind of had a little break between singer change, right? Like
Yes.
we had a member change. And,
It was like 97,
96, 97. That was
Okay.
the first era of the band. And
Yeah.
Temple of Knowledge, I think, was the last record we did with Sylvain, our old vocalist at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And when we split, we took a little break, kind of reorganized, and came back with a record called Victims of This Fallen World.
Mm.
And then when that record came out, that was the first tour we did was with Vader.
Mm.
So now it was like, I believe it was 98,
98.
something like that, yeah. So basically we came out with them on that tour, and that kind of reignited the band. It was our new metal record. Every band does it.
Is that why I liked it? Yeah. Is that why I liked it? And it didn't hit me until right now.
Right. So
Okay.
that was the record that
Okay.
that when I was telling you, sometimes you just gotta let things take its time, right? And then at the beginning, it was such a shocker because everybody had short hair on it. Like it was just such a weird.
You had the era.
We were at the we needed a complete break and branding and restructuring of the band at the time. We had to get away from where we were. After you do a record like Temple of Knowledge that has, I don't know, 250 riffs per song, it was such a chaotic record, and the level of extremity with Sylvain singing over everything. You know, he had no idea of pattern. It was just going off.
Oh, that explains
And,
that.
Yeah, it was just animalistic kind of record, and it revolutionized a lot of things. I mean, I remember a lot of people coming to our shows, like Gene Hoglan and all these guys coming in, and like, that was the record, you know, like they loved it. And I think it was the pinnacle of that era for us, but we needed a change. And then when we did that, and we kind of really, like, as you could see on there, it don't look death metal.
Oh, this
Too
is
much,
no,
right?
okay. No. This is the Cataclysm I want,
You're right. So basically, when we did that, it shocked people.
dude. It's
right?
okay. Just so if you're listening, the photo looks like. Sorry, it looks like it's this Lincoln Park.
Pretty much.
This is, but did it? You know what? I was jamming this. I'm like, why is this different? It's kind of cool.
Dude, JF's like, it's got the Deftones kind of look there, and that was his band back then. And I'll never forget, we come back, do a release album party with Morbid Angel.
Oh, that's perfect.
No, it's not. In our hometown in Montreal.
Oh, wow.
And we come on there, and the fans are just like, like, yeah, like they were just throwing bottles and shit. I was like, fuck, we're done. I was like, oh, this is going to be hard. So I didn't, we did what we wanted to do at the time. We weren't following what we came from, because we needed that, like I said, that split. So basically,
And you call those the like 97, 98. I heard you call those the dark years.
it was dark years. It was dark because my father had died in '97. It was very hard on me. Yeah. So basically,
I know that.
while we're doing the record and everything, right? So like it was a very tough, dark album. So that album is like really a dark kind of period in the band's overall career. It came out with agony, right? Like behind it, and like I said, we wanted to go with what we liked. We liked groove stuff, and we liked more easy listening stuff, and we wanted to have more structure in our music. So that's why we did this type of record, and that's what we were all about. But we thought we were finished after that release party with Morbid Angel, and I was like, we're done. But we had that Vader tour, was booked already. So we're like, I was like, let's just end this thing the right way, and let's just do this tour, right? So we go with Vader, we do the tour in Europe, and the Germans and the European crowd went crazy on the record. So they liked it. They were happy to see us back there. We had a great response. So we're like, wait a minute, why don't we fine-tune this a little bit?
Even with the short hair?
Even with the short hair,
Oh, man,
which
sick.
is a big thing for Germany, right? They don't like change, and they don't like, they're like this. So for us, it was just, it was always our home for some reason. Europe always was behind Kataklysm, but this time they really were behind us. And I was like, okay, there's a movement here. What if we combined a little bit of the old stuff we used to do and this new direction, which is more easy listening in the sense of like structure and stuff. So it's a mix. It's a hybrid of that chaotic thing mixed with kind of like a bit of the new metal and big riffs and groove stuff.
So you took like I guess you could call like the experimenting that experimenting people, but you took what worked and what you liked, and then you use that moving forward.
Right. So we did what we really loved, and we decided to have something where we could have a structure that like people will remember. I didn't like listening to records where there's only one song you remember and everything else sounds the same, right? Yeah. And I was like, let's do different songs, different thing. Let's start a song with a bass. Let's start a song with drums. Let's start a song with vocals, right? Did a song called Manipulator Souls that became a big song for us. It just starts with me like just belching out, and then the music comes in. And because I remember my philosophy was in death metal at that time, everybody was trying to copy whatever's working. So we were just like, let's just do something that we, when Suffocation came out, there was like about 20,000 Suffocation bands that came out right after at that time, especially in Canada where we were from. It was just like, and I think it dilutes the original band, right? If
It
somebody
does.
comes
It
and
does. That does happen.
so new band comes in, revolutionizes the thing, and then there's 20,000 bands that sound like you, right?
And
So
you're like, fuck.
we just wanted to be a hybrid of everything we like. So let's just mix some black metal, some death metal. Let's do grooves, and so we were kind of that formative years of the band, and it took us a while. We're a very late bloomer, like
You guys are like a late bloomer, which is why for my, I always like asking my personal selfish questions early.
Yeah.
And so it seems like you guys, I mean, how it was like, damn, I was looking. So you guys are 15 records in.
Yeah.
And something happened on your 8th record.
I don't remember which one is the 8th.
Yeah. You guys have in the arms.
That was
of
So that
devastation. When that first track hits something, what happened with this record?
Okay, so you have to go a little bit backwards, right? So if you go backwards a little bit, the actual record that made the impact and broke everything for us was Shadows and Dust.
Yes.
So when Shadows and Dust came out, we
That's a cover.
Yeah, we just look. I like choruses. I like things that can come in and come out, and that people, like I said, remember. So we were writing like songs instead of trying to be the most heaviest, craziest band in the world, right? So when we did that record, it opened all the gates for us. It was basically album of the month in Germany, Metal Hammer everywhere, and so once you do that, it starts opening the open air situation, and like everything starts putting itself together. So we started to say, hey, we're on the right track. So basically, we had 3 records that were back to back that hit hard. It was that one, then Serenity and Fire was the one that we had a drummer swap. We had this guy Martin comes in, and he brought in that gravity blast beat, and nobody was doing it at that speed at the time. So basically, the songs on that record are extremely fast on the drums, and everybody's like, they can't do it live. So then we went live, and we were doing it. So we were like, holy crap! So it gained credibility. So basically, those 2 records back to back started bringing the pendulum was swinging the right way.
Started like snowballing,
like the
right?
snowballing
Yeah.
effect, and then came In the Arms of Devastation, and we decided, look, the one element we're missing that we need to amplify is melody.
What was it?
So it was the melodic aspect of it, the right timing, and I think Sue Madsen's production helped us a lot on it. He was working with Meshuggah at the time, I believe, and we, Nuclear Blast kind of suggested him. So we went. We tried him out. It was like, man, this is raw sounding, and it's not different for Kataklysm, very big sound. And we went in, and boom, that one exploded big time. It was our biggest selling record in the United States. It got us that Demo Borgir tour with Devil Driver that was on there. On Earth was on there. So that really. So what's cool about that album is that it came out 2006. Good initial impact. European, Japan, all these places killed it. But the United States was a little bit behind for it. It's always been the case with Kataklysm. The United States has always been kind of a struggling market. However, we do that tour a year later, a year into the record. We do that tour. Record after that tour hits the Top 100 charts at that time. And it was just like people discovering the band, and just like...
On your 8th.
1 year later. So it's like nobody does that, right? It's like you do an album, you put it out, and then a year later it hits the Top 100. On a re-release, because we re-released it for the tour. So it kind of brought back the sales. And so I started kind of learning, like I'm a pattern guy. So I started looking at,
seeing the patterns.
See the patterns, how things are working, and started making less mistakes, being more hard on ourselves when we write, things like that. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I heard you say mistakes kills bands.
It sets you back.
It sets you back. You also said 5 years, which I was like, I always say that to my band. Like, if we make a mistake, it's not that record. It's like you tore up the record for 2 years to gain back what you lost. So actually, it's
Correct.
4 to 5 years.
Yes.
And then I heard you say, oh, that's actually what I'm thinking.
Right. So I think it sets you back 5 years if you do a really bad record or something that's. I mean, you could do an average record.
Even longer.
Yeah, dude. It's like you could do 8 amazing records. We do that one bad.
Oh,
that's everybody's just
I've
talking
been there.
about that one. Yeah. and to be honest, we're still insecure about playing songs from Victims of this Fallen World.
Really?
Life. Oh yeah, we never play songs from that record.
Oh man, why?
It's the black sheep of our entire discussion, because it's kind of like And then people are like, why don't you play anything from it? It's just like,
If people ask for it,
you know what? Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
I think it's time. It's time to, you know
It
what?
might happen because of this podcast. Let's
It's time
see.
to bring that, just that hot heat.
You know,
You
and
know,
it's like a little criticism, be okay.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to play that? Yeah, we will. Maybe we will. I don't know.
Especially if with the amount of time that's passed, I think people will have a other like appreciation for it.
I think a lot of people grew up on it with time. It takes time. That's what I was saying. It's one of those things where we realize, like, what do you mean? Like, and you're signing those records at the open airs and stuff, and then victims. I'm like, really? We're looking at each other like, okay,
It's time.
Maybe.
It's time to bring the hot heat, dude.
Yeah. You know, it's hard with 15 records to do the set lists. I mean, 15 albums, man.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I think we're the oldest band left on Nuclear Blast right now. I mean, I believe it's us and maybe Hypocrisy.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, dude, have they been on there since like the first fucking?
Who, Hypocrisy?
No, you
Yeah,
guys.
we've been there the whole time,
The whole
except for
time.
that record. Except for that record, nobody knows that, right? Like Hypnotic came on there, a thing called Connected in Germany, and it was Hypnotic
Oh,
Records.
wow.
It was Hypnotic Records, which was a Universal division or something like that. It was part of a distributed by Universal in Canada, and again, it's part of that whole break, right? Like
Yeah.
we left, we wanted it off the label, off everything, and then Nuclear Blast came back and they said, "Let's do it again," you know, after that tour.
Oh, it's
So
lucky.
they were like, "Oh, they're still alive." So they were like, "Let's give us a chance." And we never stopped after that. Every 2 years been a record, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I heard you say the reason why you put out so much music is because it's therapy, and
Yes.
and it's a way for you to process thoughts.
Right. So that's on a personal level,
Yeah.
right? So on a personal level, for me, it's important that I write, right? Some people go and break cars and do all kinds of shit. I have to like go on the stage and I have to let my thoughts out. I'm not a guy that's introverted in the sense that I keep everything inside. It has to come out somewhere. So I use that as a therapy, and that's my tool. However, if I put my manager hat on and I put my business hat on,
Other hat, dude.
you got to have them in this business. There's no way out of it. And if you don't, you're going to be left out somewhere along the line because you're not going to understand the mechanics of how everything works. You know, I was always a believer that it's a 2 to 3 year period, and when you're an initial band that you're brand new, you might have to release a record every year or music every year. Because you got to be consistently out there with the fan base, growing, playing, because there's too much, and people forget you. When you're brand new, people want all, and they like you. They want all your music. So there's not enough. You can, it's just like give them.
Yeah.
And then you got to be able to calculate it to the point where it's like, okay, now it's got to be 2 years,
Yeah.
and then it's 3 years. And we've adapted that, and it's worked well for us because I feel like even when we go up to 3 years, I feel like people are like they want the music, but they're starting to go off somewhere else because they're listening to other things, and they get influenced. And some people get off the bandwagon of being a metalhead because they're starting families. So like there is
getting
that,
older or
yeah,
something,
and you
yeah.
need to always have that fan base regenerate itself, right? So we're lucky in metal because the fan base grows old with you a lot of the time. You see these guys, like I'm seeing it now on this Vader tour. Was very interesting. You see guys that are like in their 50s, even 60s coming to the show.
Wow.
Right? You see a bunch of Q-tips in there, like it's like walking around like with the white hair. It's like just
Q-tip.
we call them
Q-tips.
Yeah, we call them Q-tips.
Q-tips. Okay, got it.
They got the white hairs, like they're hanging out there. They look like grandpas and stuff. And then you have all these young guys, young kids that are coming in there, and they're all like, yeah, it was my first time seeing you, right? So I'm like, interesting that can happen in metal a lot. But it's something that's really cool to see that we're still capable of, rejuvenating the fan base. It's very important.
You guys, I mean, been a band. Have you hit the 35-year mark yet?
We're 91.
Yeah.
So 91 we formed, 92 first demo. We got signed in 93. It was like this. So basically, I think we're getting there soon. Yeah, 31, 32 now.
I mean, you and JF have been playing music together for, I mean, at least
forever.
Three-
I mean, since '91. Yeah.
35
So we're the
years.
first original. Yeah, this is a high school band, man. Like that's where it came from. Like the old days, that's how it worked, right? Like we were only 5 metalheads in the whole school. We get together, start a band, you know.
Damn.
So that's, yeah.
Yeah, since you've been around for so long, I kind of want to. So, in case you're just listening, we have 2 cigars here because I saw a video of you talking about a song and you're smoking. Oh, he likes cigars, so I got some cigars here. So, if you're down, I kind of want to smoke them and talk about you being a child.
Okay.
Let's
do that. Yeah, yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, sure. Want some dark stories?
Oh yeah, you're the guest.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Second time, dude. Oh, you're a fucking professional. I'm still learning.
Yeah, just turn it slowly in.
So I like cigars, but I'm not like a kind of sewer yet. I got this like little pack, and I just started to smoke like the, because these aren't as strong like the lighter ones.
They look like Connecticut's, yeah. They're that light. That's what I smoke. I don't like them too strong either. But the flavors are big. Like if you do a Maduro, things like that, the flavors are stronger, and so they go good with a whiskey or a bourbon.
And I learned from you that is it like a Cuban thing, like to smoke cigars and drink coffee? Is that like a?
Yeah. So I live in Orlando, in Florida, and if you go to Tampa, and I mean in general in Florida, there's a lot of cigar places where they make them there. Like they roll them and they do everything.
Wow, I was wanting to see that.
So if you
in
go
person.
there, yeah, they don't have alcohol, so they're drinking coffees, right? And the Cuban coffees are like, they're so strong, dude. Like
It's fucking horned up.
dude, you do one of those are like espressos. Just one, you're running outside, bro. Like you're ready for a marathon. Like you're ready for a jog, and it's yeah. But I like the culture, and so the Cubans. But I mean, Honduras does good cigars now, and so like it just moves around a little bit in Central America, you know. So yeah.
Why'd you move to Florida?
My wife.
Oh, okay.
So I was in Chicago, and then we had a second baby on the way, and her mom lives in Florida, so some family down there. Most of my family was in Canada, so we decided to move down to Florida, and we moved right on 2020. Like it was just like I sold my house in Chicago in 2019.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I sold my house.
Was that planned?
No, it just happened. We didn't know that COVID was coming.
Oh, you got lucky,
I
dude.
got lucky. I got really lucky. Like really lucky, dude. Like I was just
Dude, the timing of that's creepy.
Yeah, so I sold my house in 2019, at the end of 2019, right? And they were building my house in Florida. So I was like, all right, so it's going to be ready in May, right? This thing hits in March. So I was just
Dude.
like, I have no house, right? Because it's sold.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're building my house in Florida, and I'm like, I called the real estate people there and whatever, and I'm like, are you still building my house? He said, you still got a job? I was just like, so basically,
Touche?
yeah, dude, I was just like, I said, yeah, because I have my management company, right? So basically, I'm self-employed. So basically, as long as the checks come in, everything's cool. They had no idea that you can't tour. All your artists are home. It's like, so luckily everything went right, and
Wow.
we moved in May. And we were open the whole time. Like there was just, I was at a restaurant eating a steak and everything else. So like the whole world was closed. I was like, this is freaky.
Dude, I remember when right when the tours had started to come back. Literally, dude, like when we crossed whatever line to Florida, it felt like we were somewhere else. Like I remember we were at like a Love's gas station or something.
Yeah.
Literally, like, oh, I'm somewhere else.
Yep.
No one give a fuck.
Right.
So
They didn't give a shit.
So was Florida like that the whole time?
The whole time, man. It was
Wow.
shut down 6 months, maybe max.
My
we were
goodness.
like, yeah. Here it was crazy. Like you guys were the last ones to open. I think, man.
SoCal.
But it was
sucks.
a weird dark time, and but I lucked out, man. Even you buy property in 2020 in Florida, man, and now it's like
Dude,
5 years later.
That is
it's like
unbelievable timing, dude. I mean, you got to
Yeah.
believe in luck.
instinct too. It was also instinct. Like
Why?
I find that I have that. Like it's weird in certain things. Like also when in management, when I discovered some bands I grabbed, they blew up. It was because I had the instinct. I got the the thing, and it's like we're moving to Florida, and she was like, really? But we just bought this house like 2 years ago in Chicago.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's
Only-
like, no,
only
we're
2
moving to
years?
Florida. Yeah, so I was like, let's go, and she was like, but we can maneuver here, whatever. I said, no, let's go to Florida. So it just all that thing happened.
Was it
you
just
know
like
what I
a
mean?
gut feeling?
Yeah.
I should go to Florida.
Yeah. So I don't know, man, and I love it down there. It's been cool, and people are cool, and you know what I like about it? It's like nobody talks about politics or bullshit
Yeah.
down there,
That's nice.
and
It's
I like
Florida.
that. I like that. Everybody's just outside, right? Drinking a beer,
Outside just talking about cool shit.
You have some weird people. It's Florida. The Florida man does exist, It's like
yeah.
all that, but at the end of the line, I really like it down there, and like I was telling you before, I live like an hour away from Glenn and Deicide and all those guys, and so we're all buddies, and we're just hanging out over there, and it's a cool place, man. And I like the vibe. I like the vibe.
Was there any connection of you choosing that place because of like the death metal history at all?
No, I think I came in actually when it's kind of like everybody's leaving. Right, so I came in, everybody's leaving.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, the dude's in Cannibal Corpse. I think there's nobody there left, I believe, except for George. I'm not sure if the drummer's is out there too. And,
Oh yeah, I know. I think Alex,
Alex is in Oregon,
Oregon. Yes.
so I think like they're not there. So I don't know. Obituary's there still. Yeah, all the boys in Obituary.
Oh yeah, they're
in
they're
Tampa.
dude. They're in the swamp.
Yeah. They're not leaving the swamp. That's for sure.
Dude, it's
I
awesome.
don't blame them.
Oh yeah, dude, it's awesome that. So you started your management company in 2018, correct?
No, it's actually been around since 2008. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
2008,
I
yeah.
added a one in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And so it's been around there. It's grown pretty significant. It's doing very well at the moment, and we're happy. Yeah, we have a good team behind it. We have a bunch of people working together, and it's cool. I learned a lot of things. Made some mistakes, in the beginning. Everybody does, and I learned from them. That's the thing. I really insist also with the people I work with that if you do something that doesn't give you the results you want, there's a reason for that. Don't do it again, right? So try to maneuver around it, and Nuclear Blast was actually a couple of guys that were working at Nuclear Blast told me a while back in that time you'd be a good manager, like you should get into that, at some point. And I don't know if they were joking.
So someone was telling you
But
that.
somebody was telling me that, some A&Rs that were there in Europe. And I started seeing, while I was touring with bands, a lot of mistakes. And I was like, maybe you guys should try this. And it started, that's how I hooked up also with Flesh God Apocalypse. And, we toured together, and they were going crazy on the road. And I was like, I spoke Italian to them. You need some help? How you doing?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, so they were, and together we've grown so significantly with them, and the Instinct thing. I signed Windrose. They were a buy-on band. Now they're like huge. They were like 1 million streams a month. They're like everywhere. And
Wow.
so Unleash the Archers, Septic Flesh. A lot of bands are with me. Deicide as well now, and so we have a good roster. And we work. I work in a different way. I'm not a guy that's behind a desk. I'm on the road. I see what's going on. I know how musicians think. So I put myself in the same position.
Of course.
I also know pre-sales. Like if you don't have good pre-sales in Europe or whatever, you're not going to have the steak, right? You're going to have the hot dogs and the burgers or whatever.
yeah.
So I understand the clubs, the backstage areas, everything. I've been there on all of them. So basically, I think that I bring a different perspective to it. And again, a lot of instinct and a lot of patterns. I really, like that word you're going to hear a lot from me. It's something I look at and I study. And I help my bands that way.
I was curious how you navigate other personalities.
Right. And that's the problem that happens a lot, right? In this,
Yeah.
in this business, it's tough to navigate being a musician and then doing the other side, right? The dark side, which is the business side
yeah.
of everything, right?
It's dark.
Because that's everything in there. That's where everything happens for the musicians. And then the musicians have to understand that who's pulling the strings. So I was always curious about that. Like, where's the money going? What's going on with this? Why is this like this? All the questions. And they don't like when you ask too many questions. And
Yeah.
like what we're in reflects society in general because it's the same. It's a mini version of what you see in society every day. So it's the same thing. It's a much smaller version of it, and that navigates the same way. So there's people on the top that decide how things are going to go and who's going to get what money, and the contract's unfair, and they're one-sided 99% of the time. So it's like you have to go in there, dismantle it, right? So I always believe that when you're an intelligent musician, I'm not saying I'm intelligent, but I'm just saying when you enter that side from this side, you're not very liked in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, because it says, we don't want you to come here, so you're going to educate everybody on the other side, right? So I've had those type of conversations with people that just like that, and I was just like, okay. And I was like, I'm going to do my thing. And I created my own ecosystem pretty much. And I've been able to sustain all the attacks, all the stuff that nobody sees, right? Because you don't see this stuff.
Yeah.
You only see the band on the road. It's like, hey, and then there's a reason why also Kataklysm hasn't been on many tours supporting big bands, like stronger bands. There's a reason, because we've been kind of put in a corner. Well, we can't get to him on this, but we're going to get him on his band. I've seen that a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, if you look at our past, we did Ozfest. We were on tour with Shadows Fall, with Chimera. We were on tour with Demo Borgir, Cannibal Corpse. We did them all. But then it stopped. And you have to understand, when did it stop? It stopped when I started my own agency in the United States. So Continental.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it stopped there. That was it. I was only headlining after that. And then if you headline only forever, it's a long game, but eventually, unless you start growing continuously on your own, which doesn't happen much because you got to be exposed. U.S. doesn't have the open airs like Europe that you can be exposed everywhere. There has maybe two now, 2 or 3 that are opening now, but for like 20 years there was none. So basically, there is no other way, unless you're supporting a bigger act, to be exposed. So basically, they drown you out, right? So we've been surviving all these years. So now I'm not headlining anymore. I'll co-headline, but I'm not closing those shows. In the United States, I don't want to.
Well, I never knew that, because if you're in that side, there is a point where you are going to be asking questions, and you are going to have to be kind of an asshole.
Right.
Right.
And you have to, like, so my philosophy was never to take anybody as like roster or getting bigger and eating everything up. It was to create our own work. So if I have my own agency, I can put my band and the bands I have, or anybody that's with me, giving them work as long as I want. I'm not dependent on the agent saying, I don't have a tour for you. I don't want you to go on the road, or you're not selling enough to do this or that. I didn't want that limitation. So by creating my own agency here and Europe, I did it in both places, we were able to have unlimited work. Like, just having the band on the road. I want to go on the road now with a new record. Yeah, let's put a package together. Done. Like, so I had that, right? Problem is that to create a roster, you need bands. So, when John Finberg went out, we grabbed all the roster. So basically, we grew. We had Marduk, we had Belphegor, like everybody. We have Decapitated. We have we had all these bands, Hypocrisy, and so we created something. And it came from a musician, and that's not something that they really love, right? Only one other guy I saw that's really involved like that a lot is Jamie from Hatebreed, which I think is awesome. That he's out there pushing it. He's doing Milwaukee Metal Fest. It's awesome, because I think I believe that musicians should be educated about how things work.
Dude, that's the same thing, dude, that I've been trying to push on like artists. Like, dude, you gotta. This is not like the early 2000s anymore. Prior, like, you kind of have to have
the lighter. Yeah, thank you. Sorry.
Like, you kind of have to know what the hell is going on. Yeah. Like you can't be like a jaded, ignorant artist.
Well, what happens is
anymore.
that one day you wake up, I'm not making enough money. I can't sustain myself on the road. I don't know why, and it's not fair. Like all these other bands are smaller than me, they're making more money, or you start asking those
Oh yeah,
questions.
you start seeing.
I want to have a family. I can't. I want to have my own place. I can't because it's too expensive or whatever. So basically, it's like they break up, bands lose band members, and then it's just one guy in the band making all the money, and that guy stays.
Yeah.
You see it a lot, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the thing. I try to keep my guys together, happy and everything, but I educate everybody. It's like this is what's going on, and this is we have to announce the tour a year before so that we have all the time to sell the tickets, and we have to brand it. We have to it's all these things. And some people every time somebody announces a tour 2 months before, I'm like, it's gonna be hard. You don't have time to sell tickets now. People don't have the money they used to have, so they need time. Right, so like in Europe right now, people are booking in 28 already.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm very serious. Yeah,
28, dude. Like, oh my goodness, dude.
yeah. I got this tour done with Vader, and I was late on it. I was like, I only have 6-7 months to sell tickets, and I was like, I got to get it out there, and I did it, but it was late. Back then, it was like, hey, you need 2 months, 3 months, fine. It's no longer the case. There's too many tours because of the inflation and all. Again, it's the economics trickling down into our scene, and we don't pay attention. But the inflation's causing the tickets to go super high, the costs going high. So basically, people don't have the money to see 30 fucking shows a month, because there's a show almost every day.
Yeah.
So in order for that to happen, you got to sell your tickets way in advance. You have to get a good package. All these things come in together, and
What's a good time frame? Like how far along, like how far in advance should you have something out there?
I think right now
6 months more?
6 months minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah, 6 months to a year, almost. Yeah.
Okay, what do you think about this? So I'm just by talking to you, I feel that you're very competitive, but in a healthy way.
Right.
I'm also very competitive, but I want everyone to succeed. I always say that. But also I'll also talk shit because that's just who I am.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
but
I've gotten in trouble many times because of it.
but I try to, so I'm curious about your opinion about this. So I believe that everyone thinks, or at least most people think, that they're just competing for a piece of the pie. So people think, especially artists, they only see one pie and a slice, and they think they're all trying to get their slice. But I believe that there's think about it, not one pie, but you have 8. And then you have pies within those pies, and then you're a fucking sliver of that.
Right.
So there's plenty to go around, in my personal opinion. But I think the only thing that people are truly competing for, and I think is an issue, is people's money for certain shows. I think now people are actually picking shows.
Right.
That's what I'm seeing. So I think there's enough money to go around. I think there's enough, I don't know, streams, but I think the one thing you are competing with is if one show is coming in one month and another one of a similar genre that has a better package, I think the fan is going to pick the better package. So I think you are competing in that sense, but I think everything else is very abundant.
Right. So you're right, 100%.
Okay.
Okay. And what are you seeing lately in the music industry? In metal, specifically, monster packages, like big ones, like Meshuggah, Cannibal Corpse, Carcass.
Oh yeah, big.
You're seeing
horned up.
Yeah,
Dude.
you're
Just
seeing
horned up.
you're seeing packages that are almost on steroids now. Why? Because that's how you're gonna get the big money for your bands. That's how you're gonna get what they need right now. That's how you get to keep your bands. That's how you because, and then it comes through. Nobody's not going to touch that package, for example, because it's too strong,
It's too sick.
Yeah. And then people are like, okay, but now the ticket, instead of being, let's say, $30 or something, normal, or 25, 30, I don't know. I'm just throwing a number. It's like 60. So then it's 60 for that. It's 50 for a T-shirt or 40, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, a 25-year-old or whatever is a 22-year-old or whatever that's like all excited to go there, it's got to throw about $200 in it, like
Easy.
or $150 if they're drinking. It's yeah. So then the next 2 days, you have a much smaller package coming through. They're not got no money to see that. They're not going. So that package loses, right? So what I mean about the economy, looking at regular society, and then the middle class is getting destroyed. So that's what's happening now. The big bands are teaming up, going up, and then the rest is getting crushed. So mid-level bands, middle class, Kataklysm in the United States, Kataklysm in Europe is middle high. Here it's middle, because I see it like that. That's how you got to kind of position it, right?
Okay.
Vader, middle. Cataclysm, middle. Malevolent, kind of not been around for a long time, so kind of middle low, middle high, whatever. That package did well, okay? But it was 1 out of 5. Why? Because all the combinations of those bands together made it that it was okay. And then you had Skeletal Remains, which has some hype on it as well. So it was a cool package, right? So you need that now to stay alive in the middle scene, middle class type of death metal. Because I label it like that. Like it's middle class, like middle people that have to, like, these are working class bands, meaning they need to be on the road consistently to survive. So what happens when you have inflation and when you have costs going through the roof, T-shirts are double the price, everything, the costs of transportation doubles. That's why I actually created like sprinters that have like bunks and have battery systems in there that like you could close up and it's like a tour bus in there all night and you don't need any power hookup, nothing. Crazy stuff, right? So we toured in it actually in the last tour I did. And it's great. And anyways, my point is we created stuff to sustain that cost because tour buses are so expensive and everything is going so high. So bands need to tour more. So instead of touring once a year, you see bands touring twice a year. What does it do? It clogs the system. So now you got this big package coming through. Oh, I lost money on my first tour because there was nobody coming. I got to do it again to make money. You go back again, fail again. Now, so those are the type of things that are happening over and over. So it's a different time now. There's a separation of the same way that reflects their everyday life. That's nothing to do with metal. It's the same thing, but it's just in a different aspect. I don't know if I'm being very confusing now.
No.
But I think it mirrors itself, and then you have to navigate that and understand what's going on. You know, so you make yourself rare sometimes, and then like for us, it's we're noticing, for example, if we tour too much, people don't come. But if I wait a year and a half, they're coming.
Come back as fucking.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the way, and it's okay, and it's just the way you have to navigate it, and you got to calculate that, and it takes some maneuvering, but I'm hopeful. I think the scene is developing. There's some great bands coming out that are looking good, and you got those bands like Lorna Shore that are coming out of nowhere, fucking killing it, and but not just killing it, like they're doing arenas in Europe, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, who the hell would have thought death metal would be doing that? It's like insane. I'm on a march doing arenas in Europe in year 2, I think, and so it's cool to see that. I think it gives hope that this thing doesn't have really a small ceiling, like it could go higher. Right. So
does that affect how you're writing songs or writing records?
That's a good question. It has to.
It's definitely affected the way
it has to.
I have
because it does for you too, right? A little bit, yeah. So I think it's important to navigate also the changes that are happening in the industry, and as the music evolves, you have to stay relevant. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're not going to change your style because you're doctored in and you're like, let's say Cannibal Corpse, you're Cannibal Corpse.
You're in.
Like you're in,
yeah.
Right? Forever. It's like the branding's so good, so big, the name's so great. It's like you're not going anywhere. That's like you could do Hammer Smash Face 3 times and people are like, yeah, it's like
I'll be stoked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's exactly the point. So basically, some other bands have to kind of reinvent themselves a little bit every couple of records to stay relevant.
We actually, our bands are very similar that way. It's like this impossible line. Like you can't do the same thing, but you can't go too far off. And it's like this weird tightrope that's like almost
Right.
impossible to hit every single
Yeah.
time.
So I see that as like we've done something great at some point in our careers, where the fans they grew up with that album.
Yeah.
They're like, this is my fucking record, right? And I'm like, I don't want you to change ever, because that brings me back to that time, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's a
feels
good
good.
thing.
It feels good to them.
It feels good.
Yeah.
And it feels good for us to know that we've done that impact. However, it's like times are changing, right? Now you're not a 5-year-old band anymore. You're a 20-year-old band.
Yeah.
There's a different generation out there listening to different things, and you want to stay relevant with those kids too. So you got to kind of mix it up, you know. We did our single that just came out. It's called "The Rabbit Hole," and that song it has electronics in it a little bit. We messed around a little bit with some new technology, and the song's doing great. And it's like that's not typical Cataclysm, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about what was up with that song. Like you said, there was like some lyrical content
Right.
that was dark.
Yeah. It's
Actually, that's the same video as where I got. Oh, he likes cigars. It was actually that.
that was that one.
It
Yeah.
was that video.
So look, Cataclysm's always been a band questioning things. It's a very social based band. It's about everyday life, psychological situations, and things like that. And we're more of an uplifting band. I'm not into the super dark stuff, but like this subject's darker because I think we're living in a time where there's so many conspiracies and things that are happening.
Oh yeah, a lot of conspiracies.
And I ask questions, and it's like it's about how come we have 20,000 streaks in the air, and when I was growing up, then they didn't exist, and now all of a sudden they're saying it's jets that are doing that because of condensation, and I'm like, nah, dude. It's like that's I believe that it's chemtrails for real. And then it's like when you and then everybody was like, oh, you're a conspiracy nut, all that stuff. Then the Florida government's like, yeah, it's chemtrails, and we're banning them. And I'm like,
They said that?
they banned them
When?
in Florida last year.
Oh my, this is recent as fuck.
No,
Okay.
no, this year.
This year.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Oh, dude, it's happening for real. And when this is over, I'll send you some stuff on it, and you'll be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and now all you got to do is look at your sky over here in California, and it's tons of them.
This is brown.
Well, you know, you know what I mean? Yeah, you
Smug.
know, it's like you look at the sky, and it's not a cloud anymore; it's this shade or something. Like, and they do that to dim the sun because they said the planet's getting too hot and whatever. But it's full of aluminum in there. And,
Okay, so what is the theory about chemtrails? What is the purpose of them?
well, they say it's to dim the sun, so that because of the planet's getting too hot and whatever. It's an environmental thing that they're trying to do
Okay.
to cool off the earth or whatever. However, it's full of aluminum and crap, and it comes down. And I bet you, ask anybody, their allergies are way up. Everybody has allergies all year long, sinus, all this stuff. That's because this stuff's coming down. So I mean, I'm sure in the comments you're gonna have, oh, you're a conspiracy. No, it's look it up. It's happening, right? So now you're gonna have fans of your podcast looking up the skies like, holy shit, I see the jet going. Dude,
There it is, dude.
I was in Vegas, and all the guys, I told this to my agents because they were with me over there. They were celebrating their 50th, and we had a Vegas thing before I came here. And I told them about this, we were smoking a joint, and hey, man, I was like, this is happening, bro. so then,
Listen to me, man.
So basically, and then they were like having breakfast outside. And they were looking up at the sky, like, holy shit, bro, it's happening for real. I was like, it's there.
Look
Jets
up,
go-
dude.
Yeah. I was like, it's better when you smoke up and you look at it.
So yeah. So you're not a conspiracy guy. You're more like just asking. You're just proposing questions.
Well,
I've noticed.
Sorry,
Oh,
man.
it's fine. I have noticed. Speaking of what we've been talking about almost for an hour straight, like the people I notice people get weird when you just ask questions.
Yeah.
Especially with like conspiracy stuff. You don't even
Right.
need to be into conspiracies. Hey, I just want to ask this question, and people they just lose their fucking minds.
And it's a shame because it's all about free speech and communication, and that's how we solve a problem, right? Like
Yeah.
we're both sitting here, we how come this is like that? I think it's like this. And then at the end, we come to a solution. If you eliminate that, then there's not going to be solutions to anything, just argument, right? So a lot of the things they said were not true are happening, and they're happening for real, and people still don't want to admit it. You know, it's like whatever, you know. So I'm not saying that everything that is out there is real or anything, and that's one of the problems. It's like it's hard to see what's real and what's not real. You know, like this song, "The Rabbit Hole," is like also about you know, when you go online, it's like with AI and everything. Like, what are you watching that is real now? You're starting to have doubts about.
I'm pissed, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's not cool. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, is this? Oh my God, look at this thing. It's not real. Oh. The AI music is getting crazy. It's like better than some of the, you know, if you listen to some of it, it's better than the originals in some cases. Like they're doing, you know, R&B versions or whatever, country versions of big metal songs, and then
Yeah.
they come out and you're like, holy crap, you know. I don't know if you heard the Slayer one.
I remember the Slayer one. I heard like a Slipknot Beatles song.
Yeah,
That was pretty sick.
dude. The Rain and Blood, that the Slayer, like, was just like, dude, like 60s, like, you know,
Oh, that's
like,
and
yeah,
you're,
yeah.
and you're just high. Just
Like a blues, yeah, it's the best, right? So it's not the best, but the point is things are going super fast. They're moving in a direction that is like faster than we can adapt. So I see that also going into the metal scene, like with everything, because people are like, oh, this works. Everybody jumps on it and it's already too late. You're right. So there's a lot of that going on, right? Like I used to manage a band called Hailstorm. It was like
Oh, yeah.
a pirate, you know, fun band or whatever. Not Hailstorm, the Hailstorm.
Hailstorm, yeah.
And those guys came up with the balloon stuff before everybody, like on stages, you know, like they had a big rubber ducky they used to throw in the crowd. And they used to do that stuff over there. And now I see, like, you know, Machine Head doing the balloon stuff in there. And I see,
Oh,
hey,
it takes us
great.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's cool, but to me, it's too late already with that.
Yeah.
Right? It's like it's moved on. It's like it's people are like, oh, this is cool, but I've seen it.
Got to move on.
But now, production-wise, bands are like going to places where, you know, I had Windrose on the Powerwolf tour, and it was an arena tour in Europe.
Nice.
And the production, dude, it's like screens everywhere, fire,
Screens.
like, you know, like it's you're at a Metallica concert almost, but it's not Metallica. So how the hell is all the bands going to have to compete? So basically, all the
keep-
bands are keeping production is going to places like even Behemoth. All these bands, the production is what's dominating. Right? It's like it's. I come from a time where it's like music, man. It was like I listened to the songs. You know,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
so now it's becoming a hybrid of like the visual, and that's it goes into the price of the ticket also because people pay $50. I want to see something, you know. So now you got all these LED screens everywhere and stuff like that, and all the bands, you know, Creator does it too, and it's like everywhere. So it's like a big productions everywhere. I'm on a Mart. You saw their stage, right?
Yeah, fucking ship or something.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
they got a huge ship on there. So
Yeah.
so basically that's where the industry is shifting towards. You know, big productions. Then you got us. We go on stage, plug our shit. That's it.
Boom.
So I'm more of a minimalistic when it comes to that, and we trust in our songs, you know, and we've been keeping strong with that, and we're happy. And so, you know, we're gonna adapt. We're gonna move some things around, but because I think that it's a necessary step now to keep the band relevant. Again, the thing about keeping relevance every 10 years, 5 years, you got to do something new.
Yeah. That's the thing about staying relevant is that you don't want to force it because you can't force it because then once you force it, it's like this. Then you're
Now you're fake.
yeah. So it's
It
like
ain't real no more, man.
it's
You
like
know, it's like
it's like this weird balance, and that comes from not being jaded. I realized
Right.
because you know when to adapt. You know when to this is our shit. Stay with your shit, but know when. But when you're always out there, you kind of see okay, this feels right for our band, so let's do
Right.
this.
It's a combination of all that, and then the TikTok and the Instagram, and like
Oh,
it's
TikTok's
like
crazy, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you know,
I'm on there. It's crazy.
If TikTok triggers something and it works,
Mm-hmm.
then it pops everywhere. You know, that's the one. You know, for the youth. Then you got the Facebook where all the grandmas and grandpas are on now, and that's like, so you have the whole generational is kind of like Facebook for older people, and then you got Instagram in the middle, and then you got TikTok that's for the young people. So it's kind of like a conglomerate. So
Have you seen what they're feeding kids on TikTok? I mean,
No.
I personally think humans have been integrating with machines for like a while,
Long time, yeah.
a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Music, and now it's to phones, now to what you're actually getting. Like this, now the complaint from kids that go to high school, they're like, hey, this is what kids like 10 under are seeing. It's basically just AI. It's all AI stuff, but it's nothing. It's like I don't know, like a cat and a volleyball drinking coffee. It's just nothing.
Right.
So the like the brain rot now is more brain rotty.
Right.
Like it's like actual, like the brain rot first was a joke, but now the brain
It's
rot,
real.
and now it's real. Now
Yes.
like it's just nothing.
100%.
And
yeah.
that's, so I'm curious and scared what the next generation is going to be that are right now they're 5 to 10. I'm scared what they're going to bring to the table, because they're just used to like this pure brain rot,
Right.
as opposed to like brain rot for like I guess us would be like a little bit of smut TV,
Right.
a little bit of Jerry Springer, It's-
Yeah,
but now it's
exactly.
like it's just pure.
But it was just like once a day at like maybe
Once
for
a
half
week.
an hour or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, and once a week it was a show, but now it's consistently in your hands, and they call that social media dementia. There's a name for it.
Oh.
That's what it's causing people.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it is real, man. And it's so basically it's like that's all you, and then it stays in your subconscious. So you see
Totally.
all this crap and you get brainwashed, and then it's the algorithms go on whatever is your interest, or if you stick even 2 seconds on one thing,
You're fucked.
You're
It's
just
over.
getting that right. Everybody
over.
knows about it already. But
over.
yeah. So basically, I'm not a big fan of social media at all. I'm not a big fan of it. It's a necessity, unfortunately, because everything that's real and physical is disappearing. I still love our industry so much that people buy vinyl and CD and things like that. But in general, it's going away. It's staying like everybody. They want to put us in this digital prison. That's the way I see it. And that's
digital
another
prison.
conspiracy theory right there.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah,
A digital prison.
The digital prison. Yeah, they want to eliminate cash, and then that's already happening. So this was a conspiracy theory 5 years ago, that they're going to get rid of cash. No, it's the conspiracy. But now the UK is saying we're going digital, all of it, like digital currency and digital ID. It starts with that.
UK's first.
UK's first.
Oh no, that's a matter of time before it goes over the ocean.
Europe's always been like a kind of a testing ground, so a lot of stuff's going to go there. They're limiting cash withdrawals down to $2,000. I heard 2,000 euros. That's all you can do. Is like any transaction cannot go over 2,000 euros in Germany and all those places. That's happening next year. So a lot of bands depend on the cash, right? They depend on that cash, and then that cash now is going to be digital only. And then they'll tax you on that digital, because now it has to go through a system. So as soon as,
it's
there you
another
go.
expense.
There you go. So getting harder. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a real thing, right? And then like, if you bring it up, oh, this guy's a fucking conspiracy. Eh? Yes, I am. It's like, because I see it happening, right? So we are, as a management company, working towards how we can move around things so that the bands pay less tax. And we're thinking about these things because it's important. Because then you get hit and you're
You
like,
have to.
yeah. So it's a whole thing, man. It's I care. I really I was given the chance when I was 16 years old by Marcus Steiger of Nuclear Blast. He was the only one that took my demo and said, "I'm signing you, man. This thing's crazy." And I was like, "Okay," And I was given a chance. I want to give that chance back, and I want to help bands develop. And I'm also going to be joining a record label called Raining Phoenix Music, RPM.
Sick.
There's Opeth on there, Meshuggah. I was actually hanging out with Thomas from Meshuggah like 2 weeks ago, last week I think it was. And great guy, had a great time with him. He drinks like a fish. It was awesome. And, so we had a good time. But I'm just saying, like in general, I want to give that input in there. I want to keep that independent thing going. because it's disappearing as well. And again, it reflects what's going on out there. You know, it's like the big companies buying the small ones, and then they're gone, and then all the people you worked with disappear. Like, you know, as you know,
it's been
all
going
the,
on.
all the guys, the A&Rs, the people that were fans that worked the bands are gone. You know, they're getting replaced. So basically, that's what's going on a lot out there. So I want to kind of, you know, we have an owner of this company that is a big fan of music, and that's why he's in it. And he's able to finance it right, and we have the right people, and we're gonna do some stuff. I think it'll be cool. you know?
Sick.
Yeah.
I think the future has been for a long time, but music, it always seems like it's always late, but eventually does happen. It's some form of, you need some form of independence.
Yeah, 100%. And the other thing too, I think that we're going to bring a different idea as well. That, you know, bands will have also more freedom, right? What if somebody doesn't want to have a traditional deal, and they want to have something more independent? They have more control over their things. We're going to be able to offer that. That's one of the ideas behind this whole thing as well.
Nice.
So basically, it's like open up the chances for the bands to develop on their own terms as well, and things like that. So that's why I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful there's people out there that want to do that also.
Always
you know?
is.
Yeah, it's true, right?
Yeah, it always
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So, you know, it's cool, and I'm happy about everything and the way things have developed, and we're going to continue to do our thing, even if some people are going to get in the way because they're going to be like, "Hey, you're taking too much space," or whatever it is.
Sometimes, dude, I learned when I turn 40 tomorrow.
Oh shit!
And I was like, dude, the older I get, I'm like, dude, sometimes, because people don't like when I talk from my competitive self.
Right.
But sometimes, what I learned, like sometimes being too nice, sometimes what you want, you need to literally take it. But
Exactly.
not in like a negative way, like, oh, fuck everyone. Like sometimes like, oh, that's mine. I need to, or I want
Right.
that. I need to literally take it.
Right. We're in metal. We're not supposed to be nice.
Dude, I don't get, dude, this is also my fucking pet peeve. Like, whatever happened to metal? It used to be like, just like rebellious.
Rebellious. Yep. Yep.
And I was like, man, what happened?
We need another Pantera when it first came out to come again, you know, because that thing was that was the tipping point. You know, it was all
Yeah.
that grunge was huge,
Yeah.
depressive, like I want to die type of songs, you know, like,
yeah.
you know, and then here comes Pantera with, you know, Cowboys from Hell, and everybody was just like, what the fuck? And then Slipknot, and then like it was just like boom, boom. Korn also,
Yeah.
Rebellious,
Yeah.
right? So, you know, I think we need that. We do.
It's not like, which is, it's awesome that it's getting bigger, but it's not rebellious. It's more like trend.
Right.
People are hopping in because it's cool. Where
Yeah.
back then they hopped on it because fuck everybody. But now
Right.
it's like, let's hop on it because it's literally,
Right.
it's everywhere. It's all over TikTok.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering who's going to be that fucking sick ass band.
Right, and
It's
and,
just
and
fuck
then
everybody.
they also find a way to destroy something that's super rebellious. Like for me, like black metal was really like the raw, the crazy,
I
dark.
heard you talk about this.
Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you start seeing T-shirts that say black metal with a unicorn on it and a rainbow,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, okay, dude, like I guess that's it for that. Like again, that's gonna get me in trouble, but I don't
Yeah.
care. You know, it's that's who I am, and I'm like, you know, they don't go together. Sorry, dude. It's like they're burning a church and they got a unicorn. I mean, how?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what?
It's just no. You know, it's like so. You know, whatever, and that's the thing about metal that's cool. Also, that you have all these variation of whatever you want. But to me, it's like I got into it because it was like there was something behind it that was just like rebellious against everything. We were non-conformists. Now we conform, right?
I know. What year do you think that happened? Or maybe it was like a mixture of years.
It's a dude. That's a great question. I can't answer it.
I don't know.
I don't know when
It's like
the
a
switch
slow-
happened, but it was. I know that it definitely happened somewhere where all the metal partying stopped.
There is-
Backstage and everything. I mean, it's like if you want to go to a metal show now, backstage, it's cooler in the crowd. Like watching a show and drinking with your friends than like going partying with the bands backstage, for example.
Oh, yeah,
There's
dude, like-
nothing going on.
Dude, yeah,
It
dude,
is dead.
when I go to shows, man, I'm at the bar, dude. I'm like, this is where we're hanging. 'Cause I know, back there, people are take taking naps.
Yep. Somewhere it
I
changed,
wonder.
right? Yeah.
I wonder what is same with like technology. It's just a really slow, and then before you know it, oh now you're here.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's like
maybe
there's no more
there's-
mystery, right? That's the
Yeah.
thing that I miss. The mystery. Like Slayer, dude, I'll never get close to that band. It's like I don't know what they're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
Social media, oh, he's over here doing this or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's like everybody's in your backyard constantly, and they want to be now in your house. They want to see you take a shit. You know what I mean? It's like you're like down to the.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're like they want to be part of everything because that's what that technology is doing. It's like it's making people want everything. They're not satisfied with just imagining what the artist is doing or where it's going, and it's like that. So I'm not a big social media poster, and I get criticized a lot. I tell my bands the opposite. You got to be on it. You got to do this. You got to.
Oh,
Me,
but
I don't
you're
do
not.
it.
Yeah.
I don't do it.
I gotcha.
I don't do it. Yeah. So yeah. So it is like that, man. But it's we keep doing our thing, and I'm happy where we are with everything and this industry in general. I mean, it's given me my freedom.
Yeah, man. I was so you're born, raised in Montreal.
Born, raised in Montreal. I moved to Chicago when I was 29.
29. Okay, I know he moved to Chicago like
Yeah.
like 20 something. Okay.
Yeah, 29. I was 29 when I moved there.
Where where did you grow up?
Montreal.
Like actual proper.
Montreal proper,
Okay.
city. I was
City?
always been a city boy. I was never a
Okay.
suburb. I know in metal a lot of bands are from the suburbs. Like
Yeah.
then they got in there. I was a city guy. Very rough area of Montreal. I grew up in a very kind of tough environment. I guess maybe that's where I got my character and wanting to get out of it. And so for me, metal music, everything in general related to that saved my life. I see it like that. I would have ended up somewhere probably bad, like like I just I came up with my fists. So that's the way I survived in my area. You think of Montreal in Canada as like this peaceful place and everything, but it had its really rough areas, and I was in the north of Montreal, and if you ask anybody, they know. Yeah, so I came up from there, and then I moved to Chicago, and that's another crazy city. So I was always been in the environment. Now I live in Orlando, Disneyland, so it tells you everything.
Okay.
It's like
I think I know. I think that's
I want
called making it.
unicorn. I want unicorn. I'm just
I think that's called making it, dude.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
Did you start? Which I didn't know this about you, but so did you start playing bass first?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was a bass player in Kataklysm. And the reason for that is when we were those 5 guys in the high school, like I said
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
they already had the guitar player. So we don't have a bass player. Nobody wants to play it. I said, I'll play that.
Oh,
So,
really?
so, yeah, that's how I got in. So
Oh, shit.
I started playing bass, and I wasn't very good at it. But I think I was a good writer. I was just not a good player. So I did that for a while, a couple of records. I did that bass lick in The Awakener that got famous, and everybody remembers that song for that part. And so I wrote a lot, but then I shifted to vocals because I was already doing it as a backing vocalist. And so it was an easier shift because Sylvain was very dominant force in the band, and to swap him with anybody, I thought that was a mistake. So while I was already in the band, to move up in that position, to me was the smart decision, and it worked out.
Were you nervous when like, oh shit, I'm not going to be just a bass player. I'm going to start singing.
Yeah, it was very tough. It took me 10 years to get hold of my voice.
10 years?
10 years at least, yeah. I was improvising, losing my voice on the road. I hated that, in the beginning because I didn't know how to use it. So it's like, it's not easy. And but now I got it, and I'm fine. But it's 20 years later, it's like for me, I was not a natural vocalist. So for me, it was a time thing. I think I was a pretty good entertainer with the crowd. I know how to get a crowd going and everything.
Yeah.
I just, delivery wise, it was whoa, I got to like study this more. And yeah. So I learned with time, with my mistakes and everything. Yeah.
What were some mistakes you made early on trying to like understand how to do vocals properly?
Instead of coming from the diaphragm and chest and area and all that stuff, I was doing out of my voice.
Oh yeah, you're doing. Yeah.
So that blew my voice instantly, and specifically because I do low ends and high ends. So when you go
Yeah.
back and forth, if you don't warm up properly, one of them is going to blow, right? So like that happened to me a lot. And I'm in the bus with the freaking out in my bunk, like what the fuck am I going to do?
Oh yeah,
Tomorrow I got to
freaking
play
out.
the
Yeah.
best. And until recently, I would say about recent for me, that something like that, maybe 8 years ago or something, I had like a problem in Europe. We had a sold out show in Prague and in Czech Republic. And my voice was completely blown. Like I'm talking about, like I was whispering when I was talking, like I was like I was done. And then sold out show. So everybody's like, "What we're gonna do?" So I said, "Let's go get a steroid shot, and and then it'll help you." So I said, I go in this place, this hospital, and then there's this big ass girl, man. She was huge, and she just turns around. She goes like, "Bring your pants down." I was like,
Oh yeah.
okay. I bring my pants down. She gives me a shot, and then she slaps my ass. All right, get out of here, like that.
Slapped your ass?
She slapped my ass.
Oh,
Man.
that's sick.
It's the first time that ever happened to me like that, right? She just slapped my ass like this big Czech girl, you know. So I'm like, okay. So I got out of there. I go back to the bus, and I'm like, oh, like fucking Pavarotti.
It
bro.
worked?
Yeah, right away. Yeah. 2 hours later, I was
What the
singing like
fuck?
Pavarotti, bro. Yeah. But there's a problem with that. Once you get the shot, the steroids, then when it wears off, right, like your hormones go like a little crazy. So you know, you like you kind of like feel like you feel shitty, you know. So because it's not natural, right? So it takes all the inflammation out. So
Are you getting like emotional or something?
yeah, your emotional state goes up and down. You get mad fast or whatever.
Dang,
so
dude.
yeah. So like you don't want me mad. So it's
Oh
just,
yeah.
I was in my
I go
guys,
imagine you mad.
guys, leave me alone. I'm in my corner. I'm having the steroid shit. You know, like I was just like, so that it's not good. And they say you can only take 2 or 3 shots a year maximum. Your body can't take more than that. It's not good for you, apparently. So that's what they were telling me. Sometimes they give you pill forms, but the shot's the one that works fast. The shot just like boom, you know. So it's like,
Same day you were fucking
dude,
singing.
2 hours later, I did the show, no problem. Yeah, and that's like oh, you know, like
It's
power metal. I was doing Rob Halford shit, man. I was just like, I never done that before. I'm just saying, like, I it just came back quickly. I mean, it's not a good remedy. It's only extreme conditions. You have to have it.
Yeah.
So so that happened, and I recommend for people that have, let's say, you could take Tylenol as well, because all it is that your vocals are inflamed. You got to take the inflammation out. So sometimes also Tylenols or aspirin or whatever can do that, can bring it down. So it's not a miracle
Yeah,
solution, but
it's like an emergency.
it'll bring it down a bit, right? So that's things for that. But yeah, all the drink all this tea with this honey and all. Nah, I don't believe in that.
No,
You could coat
no honey tea.
You could coat your. It's soothing, right? It's for soothing purposes, but ain't repairing nothing.
Do you think it's like a placebo? That's the word I'm looking for.
What is like placebo?
Like the tea.
I just think it soothes you and that's it. Like I don't think it's good for. I think tea's good for digestion. I don't think it's good for fixing your throat. The honey, I could see the properties in the honey, like to kind of coat it, you know, and keep it from getting worse. But I think it's just it helps control it. I don't think it helps healing it. To heal it, it takes time. So you'll develop mucus on top of your vocal cords, right? And that goes on your vocal cords, and then that's what makes you not have a voice, because it covers your vocal cords.
Oh.
Because it's repairing, right? So if you, like they say, don't cough, because that'll reopen it, but you'll be able to sing, right? So like I've so many times had like that situation happen to me. So anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, yeah, like prevented.
I mean, you've been singing for let's say 25 years.
Yeah, yeah. I don't have any nodules, nothing on my throat. Like I thought I'd have some problems by now, but because death metal is an experiment. Think about it. Like guys like Corpse Grinder and all these guys. I mean, we've been belching some of these guys have been doing this since the late '80s, right? But before that, it didn't really exist. So we're seeing that it could last, but what happens to your voice later, I don't know. Who knows? You know, like it's just
Yeah. Did you guys? Yeah. Did you have any foresight or no foresight? Hey, we're just gonna just fucking scream.
yeah.
Like, hope for the best, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you have also, you saw also Chris Barnes. He stopped smoking weed, and now I heard him lately, and he sounds great. But before that, he like some of the stuff was just like, what's going on with the voice? Like is it damaged or so things like that. I mean,
Yeah. Does weed have a effect if you're a singer? Because I know so many singers that are just
anything
fucking stoners.
anything that dries your vocal cords is not good. It has to stay wet. So.
Alcohol too. That fucking drives up your.
So what do I do before a show? Shots. so so I really don't care. Like I just go and I believe for me it's the technique of like warm up before your diaphragm and just like make sure that you're not using your throat only on the high pitch. You got to use your throat because it's like that's so you have to control it there. But it's like all the death metal, like the growls and the power type of things that it's coming from here. It's coming from here. So basically, it's as long as I warm up, I'm okay, no matter what I do.
So you're still doing shots?
I'm still doing shots.
Oh yeah, of course you are.
Yes.
Whiskey shots, huh?
Well, I like we like a little bit more of. I don't do just Jack Daniels, as I don't know, it burns too much. Like
Yeah.
I like the Glenlivets, and I like the.
Dude, you're the singer Cataclysm. You need that high end whiskey, dude.
I like
Come
the
on.
bourbons, and like we do a little shot like that before going on stage,
Yeah.
and then after the show we chill with that. And,
So is this one? Fucking.
we do one or two before. Yeah, we're now we're starting to go into mezcal and some tequila. We're starting to mix them up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So because I find that stuff I don't get the hangovers. The tequila and the mezcal, man, it's kind of different.
Something about it.
There's
huh?
something
You don't-
about it, man. Like like if I do whiskey, it's like I don't get aggressive like some people do. Like they get crazy on it.
Yeah.
But I like to taste it more, like with a cigar or a chillin' and having a little bit. I don't go too much on it. I'm more of a beer and wine guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you having any issues with drinking beer and hangovers? Because I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Death to All like last weekend. I had 3.5 beers, and I woke up Sunday. I'm like, this is
Really?
what the fuck is this?
Okay. What kind of beer was it?
It was IPA.
Okay, that's why.
So I'm thinking like maybe like I had 2 IPAs and a Heineken.
Oh, you
And
mixed the
Yeah.
the hops. Maybe that's what. It is.
Maybe
Stick with Modelo or something, man.
It's I can't
Try it
I think-
again with Modelo and see if you have like or like I don't know. We drink light beer, man. We're lightweights with that. Like we like quantity over quality. I guess in my band, my bass player's just like 2 cases of beer, So he's like, Coronas are in Europe. We get Coronas here. We're like
Yeah.
Ultra, like
Ultra. Oh yeah.
we used to do Bud Light, but we stopped.
Oh yeah, it's just fucking water, dude. I wonder if that's it because your mind is like, well, I'm only having 3 drinks, but they're higher in alcohol content,
Right.
And just something happened. It just creates this fucking headache, dude. All of Sunday was a hangover, and it went over to Monday.
That's a lot.
I was like,
Maybe it's dehydration.
I drink a lot of water though.
You did.
Yeah, it's
With
fucked up.
electrolytes in it?
No,
Okay.
maybe I should have get some.
You know what? It's because you're coming close to 40, man.
Shit's changing, dude.
Yeah. Dude,
don't-
wait till you hit 50. I'm there. So,
I know. So you hit 50 already, right?
yeah. I'm 51.
51,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, dude. It's like, so when you're 40,
Yeah.
okay, you're like, I'm not 50 yet, man. I'm good. It's like, my next thing is 50. So it's like, I'm kind of scared of it, but I'm okay.
Yeah.
Right? Once you hit 50, you look in the next thing is 60. So then you're like, holy shit. So I feel great, right? I don't
Sick.
have any issues. Thank God, you know, I'm good. However, it's like you still think, you know. So my wife made this big party for me in my house, right? And everybody came in, some record label guys too. Everybody was there, and it was a pool party, whatever. And then in the pool, she put the number 50 coming out with balloons. You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but like I'm talking about giant, like 50. So every time I passed in front of it, I'm like, 50, bro, like to myself.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So I was just like,
That's
holy
some reality.
shit. So it kind of like, it was awesome. You had a great time, but
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, man, like I'm there. You know what I mean? I got 50. Like, it's like, okay. So what changes? Nothing, but you're kind of like starting to take care of things a little bit better because you're kind of like, hey, you know, I want to be around. So I got
Yeah.
kids. So it's like, so you're not as crazy as before and things like that. I mean, that's at least the way I see it. I'm more aware of what's going on and stuff like that. But I mean, I have fun. I don't care. Still, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
but it's crazy what it does. The number,
The
because I
number,
don't.
you see the number.
I was like 49. Now I'm 50. Yeah, I'm the same. I feel the same, but I'm 50. So it's like,
Yeah.
So yeah. So don't be scared of it, man. You still got
Yeah.
a long time, you know. So you're good. You're good. You're good.
Fucking time is, it's just going
Yeah.
quickly.
I think that time. And that's one thing. I think time with technology is going much faster now. It's like at least that's what I feel. It feels like things are moving much quicker, faster. It's like, you know, we're already 26. You know what I mean? It's like, what happened? I still remember the COVID thing at 2020, you know, whatever, like 6 years
Oh, yeah,
already.
people forgot already.
Yeah, it's 6 years.
Human nature, dude.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just,
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just her thinking,
It's
just like,
fast.
and
Yeah.
it never happened.
Yeah, I got time. I'll do my record in 2 years. Oh, wait a minute, I'll be 53. I'm like,
Yeah.
so you're like, let me do it now. You know, so like, so I really believe in the philosophy that yesterday is dead, and that tomorrow's not born yet, and today we're here, we live now. You know, so it's like prepare for the future, but live your days, man. You know, like right now. So like it's like every day that you live is now. You know.
Just
So,
stay
so when they
present.
said I want to have a happy life, you should have a happy day. Right?
Wow.
That
Yeah.
pretty cool?
Yeah.
No joints, nothing, man. Just like so I see it like that, man. Every day should be a happy day, and then everything else will fix itself up, and you know, you gotta stay positive, and that's what I want to bring to metal as well. I find there's too much negativity with everything, and I'm tired of it, you know. So I will do my part to bring it cooler, you know, like just happy, you know, like fucking be happy like we used to be. Like fucking now everybody's
Yeah.
like worried about this, that, and it's like, you know, I have to make the next riff that so my band gets popular. I get it, but dude, when you first started, it's not what
That's-
you taught. You said,
yeah.
I just want to fucking play metal, dude, and
Yeah.
that riff is what made you famous,
Yeah.
right? So now you're running after it. Just let it happen.
Let it happen.
Have fun, dude. You know, because if you have fun, that's where the real energy comes in, and then people attach themselves to that. They attach themselves to positivity more than negativity. You know, I see that more. You know, and now there's just too much. Like everything's bad. You know, it's like I don't like that. You know.
Yeah,
So-
it's where what happens when you try to get rid of freedom of speech. You actually become more unhappy. So like the opposite effects happen. What people think, oh, this is gonna make people better, but
Right.
actually makes you more.
What do you mean, like the freedom of speech being eliminated, or
Yeah, just we're talking about music
Right.
earlier.
Yeah.
They want to like censor it.
right?
You know, I had a rap artist in here 2 weeks ago. and
Okay,
Little Darky.
okay.
And I was listening to his songs that came out like last year, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot what it was like to like this hear like not give a fuck lyrics, and it made me really interested in him. Like just
Which is cool.
it was badass. It was like I'm not a political guy, but I respect like people's opinions, and it was just like this naming off presidents and like fuck this guy, fuck that. I was like,
Finally.
finally, it was cool. I was like fucking dope.
Yeah. It's incredible how people get divided, and I'm more of a unifier than a divider.
Yeah.
I've always loved everybody together. I don't remember a time when I was young younger, and I still feel young,
Attaboy.
but when I was younger, that, for example, we talked about politics on tour. That never happened. It was just about, hey, did you hear this band?
Yeah.
This band's going on tour with this guy. Did you see that chick? You
Oh,
know, it's
yeah.
like, do you see that one in the crowd? You know,
Oh, yeah.
it was that type. It was that type of growing up, like in metal, that I loved. Right.
Yeah.
Now it's all about, you know, I'm woke. You know, okay, cool, good for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't care. You know, it's like
Or people, or if they were political, no one cared.
it's like, oh,
You
you're
could believe-
Democrat, cool, Republican, whatever. It's like, okay, whatever, dude. So what are we going to eat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I grew up that way, and
Yeah.
like for me, politics. You know, I would consider myself in the middle, like a centrist. Like there's things on both sides that make sense, but to me, it's the same. It's the eagle with the both wings. You know, left and right. It's the same body.
The same body.
It's the same body, dude. Two different wings.
Damn, that's nice.
Right?
That's my favorite.
That's what it is. The eagle. That's what it is. It's the left wing, the right wing, the same
body.
They're gonna throw themselves the ball. You know, it's like you did this wrong. Now I'm gonna do this right. Well, but you did it wrong. So they're. But at the end, they're coming to the same conclusion, right? They're whatever agenda it is, that's where they're going. You know?
Yeah.
So, I see it like that, and I think if you put yourself in the middle, you're gonna be neutral, and that's where I want to be. You know, I don't think one side's better than the other. I think that both have legitimate ideas, and then what sucks is that it ends up in music, and then in our world, and then it divides the fan base, which sucks.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you know, I've seen so much bullshit about it that it's like I just kind of put myself out. However, I will talk about some conspiracies and some things because I think that some things need to be addressed, and some people are thinking about it. And my next tour is called Freedom or Death. You know, that's the title of the album.
Okay.
Freedom or Death.
Where did which conspiracy did this come from?
Well, it's like. Like I said, I believe that we're being put in a digital cage in the world. I think we're entering a digital cage, and I think that we should not approve the mechanics of that stuff because I think the mechanical structure of what it is. I really believe that. I think everything's going digital. Like they could, you know, during the COVID, there was that big huge protest in Canada. Right, huge trucker protest. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
No.
It was a huge trucker protest all over Canada, and these were people that were fighting because they wanted to drive their trucks without being tested because they're like, we're by ourselves in the truck. So there was all kinds of stuff like that.
Is this it?
Yeah, this was the protest in Canada.
Oh wow.
And we supported it in the beginning as a band because we thought that's freedom of speech. They wanted to protest, and I think you're allowed to do that. However, the government entered and shut down all the bank accounts of the people that were donating.
Are you serious?
It. Yeah.
Oh, you could shut down a bank account.
They shut down anybody that donated to this. Private citizens and truckers got their bank accounts shut down by the Canadian government. Talking about Canada now, man. Like the land of the free, and like, you know, in a way, and like liberties.
Wow.
They shut down their bank account. It was the first time it ever happened, and that, I think, to me is a pre vision of what can happen in the future if there's no more cash and nothing, and everything's digital, and all you got to do is, and you don't exist no more.
Those are our neighbors.
Yeah,
the land is literally attached.
100%.
So it's just a matter of time.
Yep. So look, conspiracy, right?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Look, it happened, right? That happened. So
76 bank accounts frozen, 34 accounts reviewed.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And we were forced by some promoters. It's not a good look for Kataklysm. They're a Canadian band. They're supporting this freedom of speech thing in Canada with the truckers. And we were threatened that we wouldn't be able to play in the west coast of Canada if we didn't take that down.
No.
And at that time, I buckled, and I regret it. I'm telling you, I regret it. I should have stuck with my thing, and that'll never happen to me again because I felt like shit after that, you know, because I believe in it, and I felt like, hey, I got guys in my band that need to have, this is their livelihood, you know what I mean? So that sucks.
That's a tough decision though.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. When you're put in that place where you can't say what you think, that's when you lose your freedom. And that's what for me freedom is being able to move around freely, being able to think how you want to think, and within respect and everything, within the compounds of things that are logical. But however, you support this and promoters are saying they're not going to book you, it's like, dude, like crazy. So like for me, that was something that I was against, that idea. So that stayed with me. And what I mean by freedom or death on this tour with Vader, it's Cataclysm, Vader, and Blood Red Throne in Europe. Don't let government get too big and take over everything. So stay free. Democracy is people's. They're serving you. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to serve them. They're serving you. That's why they're elected. That's why you elect them, right? I'm gonna be banned now everywhere.
Yes. Was it like Victoria, or I mean, was it like Vancouver area?
It was a couple of promoters that are related, that are more on the west side of the country. Yeah, a couple of provinces, but
it's unfortunate because it's your home country.
It's our home country. We don't live there anymore. 3/4 of the band's in the States, and Jeff's in Dallas. I'm in Orlando. The other one's in LA. My bass player is the only one that I'm not leaving, but now he wants to leave. He's like, dude, just get it.
Oh yeah,
things are fucked here.
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, and everybody thinks the same, man. Like even the dudes in Cryptopsy, I know all those guys. We're all like, we're just looking at this like, dude, what the fuck's going on?
the hell's going on?
Yeah. So I think our job is to protect this stuff. That's metal is like, again, it came out of the punk scene. It was a rebellious thing against the state, against the oppressions, against things like that. And now sometimes I feel that it's conformist. It's side by side with it.
So that's so unfortunate, man.
Right. But it goes with what you said, right?
Yeah.
Where's the rebellious?
Where we're at.
Yeah.
I feel weird because this was my first term voting, and I just feel weird that I can't even say who I voted for. Because oh, you're this, you're that, But I wanted, because I'm not my identity is not tied to politics at all. I think this is the better option. I'll try, but you can't even have. I can't even have like a dialogue with people, because I mean, how many people voted? Like fucking over 50 million.
Right.
So these are your. I'm not political, but these are your neighbors. These are people that you work with. I mean, I know bands all have opinions,
right?
But it's like no one could really. So if we can't like discuss amongst like each other, and metal should be the one place where you can, and then no one cares.
Exactly.
It's actually like it's actually the polar.
Exactly. I try my
opposite.
best when I do concerts, not to go at all into politics, right? Because some people will get it, some won't.
Most won't.
Most won't.
Yeah, and that's what's.
I said something at a show in Florida lately on that tour, on the Vader tour.
Fuck California, it's fucking
no,
blue as fuck.
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Although I think you need a new governor, but that's but I'm just saying. I said something like I was in Florida and I just said I like my guns for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I said that. I don't know why. It was in the context of something.
Sure.
Freedom, beer, and I said guns. Like
America.
And then at the end of the show, I was in the crowd, and some girl came up to me and she was like, I want you to know I didn't appreciate you saying that because the guns kill people, and she was going into the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, you know what? You might be right on that, because I get it, right? It's not, it's good to have them for me because it's what I believe in, that you should be able to protect your home and your things, and that's my thing. And but I do get the idea of like some people think that for them it's not something that we should have, and then there's so that type of thing I changed. I didn't leave it in there because it's not something that everybody It's like some people take it really personal with that.
Yeah, it's
So
like
I
the
get it.
whole-
I get it. You know, maybe they have
Yeah.
a family member that got shot or something happened, and then
Sure.
you're out there. Yeah, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, so I get that part. You know, however, it's like I will say when I'm on stage to remember what freedom is like what you have right now, and to protect that at all costs. You know, because it's like I'm on here on stage because I have freedom to do so, the freedom of speech. I am talking to you guys. Once that gets stopped, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And they start controlling censor lyrics and things like that. Do you remember Cannibal Corpse? They were going through a bunch of stuff like that. I think 20 years ago or something. In Germany, they still have some songs they can't play that are banned from the German government.
What songs?
I think you could look it up. I think
Strip, Raped and Strangled.
so for sure, fucked with a knife for sure.
yeah.
Well, there's something. They got something in there that they had some, from what I believe. Yeah, the band also the band couldn't play songs from the 3 albums live in Germany until it was lifted. So we went from that to complete freedom in a way that you could sing whatever you want, be whatever you want, you know.
Yeah.
Till now starting to go back to that. Like you're starting to, you know, I send bands on management to China. And when I send bands to China, we have to send the entire lyric sheets. They don't want to see anything against the government and all that stuff. And the moment the bands come into China, your phones are off. Like it's like the only thing you can communicate, I believe, is Messenger. There's no WhatsApp or anything like that. They're surveilling absolutely everything. I sent Flesh God Apocalypse out there and another band called Carrick Angren that I work with, and both went to China. And that's the thing. Like you like. Bye guys, see you in a couple. Like we'll talk in a week or something, because they go in, they lose communication, kind of. So it's. I don't want that world.
Yeah.
I don't want that world. No. When you're going to take a shit in the bathroom in China and the camera's watching you, it's fucked up,
I know.
right?
It's
They
like
don't watch everything, but they're like this, and you're like, "How you doing?" You know, it's like.
Dude, I was thinking about that. Like, they better give me that footage so I could sell it on my Patreon. You know, so at least I could get a little bit of
yeah,
kickback.
a couple bucks, you know, a couple bucks in there. So
You know what? Your mindset makes a lot of sense to me now, because we never really had like a long form combo ever. Even though I know you for many years.
yeah.
I heard like what got you started with your fascination with like Roman times?
Well, I'm Italian origin, right? So,
Yeah.
So my family was always very proud of our history. The Roman Empire was like dominated the the earth for like 1,000 years. It was the superpower at the time, and it was an empire. And I was very fascinated in how militarily they were able to gain so much ground, and like the way they were organized, and they brought so much to society. The roads, they invented the roads, and all the stuff that we have now here. There's a lot of similarities with the United States and Rome. Like, you know, even if you look at the White House, it's built on the pillars. It looks like a Roman type of structure. The eagle comes from Rome. Like,
Oh, I never put those
Yeah.
two together.
Yeah.
Oh, I never put those two together.
Yeah. This huge Roman Cincinnati is named after a Roman politician that became an emperor. His name was Cincinnatus. Yeah. So there's a lot of coincidence, not coincidence, but a lot of similarities, but a lot of influence between both. The Roman Empire and America, in a way, it's very.
Oh shit! He has his own statue too.
Yeah. So basically, it's yeah, you know. So I moved to the new Rome, so I'm here. Like, so the old one is not doing
Yeah.
too well, man. But I love Italy. I mean, it's you know, maybe I'll retire there one day. I love it that much. You know.
Oh dang!
I really like it over there. Good food, natural, no crap in it. You know, it's like
90 years old. It's time to.
people are living to 100 because they're like in their communities. They help each other. It's a different mentality. However, like I started that, and then when I saw Amon Amar do the Viking thing, I can't do Viking because I'm not Viking. I'm gonna do Rome. So I did the project Ex Deo with that, and the problem is time. Right, the time. Like if I didn't have enough time to develop the Ex Deo project the way I wanted it. It needed a lot of production. Like I needed
Yeah.
that thing to have like statues on stage and like Rome, you know, like.
Yeah.
So I thought also I was way ahead of my time when I did that project. You know, it started in 2009, I believe, and I was ahead of my time because that time the Viking stuff was massive, and it's like you can't come in there with Rome, hey, you know, like trying to.
Yeah.
So that didn't work out fast, but lately it's going up. Like there's a lot of demand for it lately.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of demand, and it's getting better. And so actually, after I finished with this podcast, I go back to Florida, and we start recording a new record for it. So that's gonna come out next year, and so we're gonna keep doing it and see where it goes. There's a lot of ideas behind it, so we'll see. So if when I got time, it's
Yeah.
like next Deo record next year, Kataklysm record. So I keep busy, you know.
Yeah. How do you keep both bands going with the same members?
So you got to ask the question: how do I get that going with the same band members? How do
Yeah.
I get management going, and how do I get now this record label thing that I'm going to run and be a dad to 3 kids and a husband? So that's a lot. So I don't sleep much.
Okay.
So I just manage my time right, and with the Exdeo idea, is I didn't want to leave behind my guys that have been with me this whole time with Kataklysm. So I said, you know, I'm going to do this project, and if you guys want, you can be part of it. We'll just swap it a little bit. My guitar player, my bass player in Kataklysm became a guitar player in Exdeo, and I'd have a different bass player. It's a 5-piece Exdeo. So like we moved it a little bit, and then yeah. So I was like, look, we'll stay together. This way, you have 2 bands, like 2 incomes. So one band's touring too much, we do the other one. You know, I was like
Yeah.
thinking that way, but so yeah. So basically, we manage it for now, but it does have like I think 1, 2, 3, 5 records, 4 records, 4 albums and an EP, I think so far. Yeah, that one takes more time. Like it's like we just released the Years of the Four Emperors, but it's fascinating because everything you see there happened, right? So like it's historical. It's not
this
just
reality.
Yeah. So historical. So that's AI, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And I know some people didn't like that too much, and I used AI with it, but I will use it for Exdeo. I'm not going to use it for Kataklysm. I'm staying organic with Kataklysm with everything, but with this I will. And I don't care if you scream. It's going to be what it is because I can't get artists to reproduce the Emperors the way they looked.
Oh wow.
Okay, and it's like if I do get somebody that could do it, we're spending 10 grand on that. So it's way too much money. I don't have the budget for Exdeo to do that type of stuff. However, with AI, I can, and it's like $50 a month. So it's just I could get anything done exactly the way they looked with that. Like, and it's dark, dude, and it's like I think AI is evil as fuck, bro. Like it's like you look at that texture, it's just like, ooh.
He knows.
He knows. So
Oh,
basically,
fuck.
yeah. So basically, that's a period of time with Exdeo where 4 emperors got killed in this 1 year.
Just so we know, who are these 4 guys?
So Otho, Galba, Vespasian, and right now I'm blanking out on the 4th one for some reason. Somebody's gonna write it down. I think it's Otho, Vitellius, I think. Yeah, Vitellius.
You got it.
Yep. So those 4, yeah.
It occurred in
68.
68 AD.
Yeah. It's right after the suicide of Emperor Nero, which is the follow-up record. So the record before that's Nero.
Oh yeah.
So then I'm
sick.
going into this.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The next one's on Caesar, but on his formative years. It's going to be more intricate on that one because he got kidnapped by pirates, and then you know it's a whole thing. It's from when he was a kid all the way to his death. That's going to be the next record. Yeah.
Oh, you have like the concept already done.
So I'm going to give you the title of the record right now, before anybody.
Sick.
Nobody knows.
Sick.
It's called "He Who Carries the Light," and it's going to be killer. It's a great record. So I'm very
Nice.
happy. Yeah. So that's coming out.
Appreciate that, man.
Coming out next year. Nobody knows that we're recording it. So this is all like information. Like,
Oh, thank you, man.
yeah,
Sick.
no, thank you for having me here, man. I'm just we're gonna do it. So it's symphonic. Like imagine symphonic death metal, but like imagine Bolt Thrower in there with some melodies. I'll throw some Manowar in there, type of big barbaric riffs and
Yeah.
things like that. So I kind of mix it up like that, and very, very interested to see how the final product will come out. And the guy that does all the orchestration for me is Clemens from Carrick-Angren. So
Nice.
like he does all the horror stuff, so it's really cool.
Oh, dude, awesome, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What what age did you start getting into the subject?
Uh, you know when the movie Gladiator came out, it just
Really?
it opened
Opened up
up my
something?
yeah. I was just like, oh, dude. I was like, this is it, you know. So when the movie, so I was always at the Spartacus, the old ones, and
Yeah.
all the old, even the Caligula movies, like the old ones, right? But then when Gladiator came out, I was just like, I got to do something. A project has to do something with this, you know. Like I used to go to movie theaters all the time, and I saw that thing, and I was just like blown away by it.
It's a great movie.
The Gladiator movie was just great. So
I heard is this rumor true? Like you would with this band to write records, you would watch Spartacus and just get like
Yes.
inspired.
yes.
Okay, so
So
it's true.
so what we did is we were in the studio. We put screens.
Yeah.
And I was like, the music has to match what we watch. We took the sound off. So the music has to match
Yeah.
Gladiator, Spartacus, like everything. You
Yeah,
know, like
that's sick.
Centurion, the movie. And
Cool.
so as soon as like it did, it's like, okay, we got it. Like it's like now we're in ancient Rome. I want people to be transported into Rome, you know. Like you're back there, you know. So then I remember writing and I was like, tell them on a Mart, let's do a Roman Viking thing, man. Like, you know, like let's both bands, right?
Oh yeah.
They said no. So
Oh fuck them, dude.
so I was like, let's do it, you know. Like I was just let's mix up the whole historic like you know thing and the Vikings and the Romans. That was you know.
What do you mean?
But you know maybe one day we'll see. But for now, I enjoy doing it. It's more a passion thing for me, and it's my culture, it's my history, where my family comes from. So I like the mythology of it a lot. You know, Jupiter and Mars, god of war, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's so I like that ideology and what they had and back then. So, yeah, and it's like I also have the Centurion right here.
Wow.
Yeah, I like
That's
it.
that's sick. Are you like where are you getting the information when you did like that first deep dive? You know what's like the
I watched a lot of documentaries. I read the book by Adrian Goldsworthy's Caesar book. It's a big one, really, really good book. So I've been really reading about it a lot. The problem that I have is,
is this it right here?
yeah, it's a great book.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So you know, you follow historians, and then you get to understand how everything structures. And you know
BC.
what's
Wow.
cool about this is that everything repeats itself. Like everything that happened in the Roman era is happening now again. You know, a lot of the inflation thing, the collapse. You know, a lot of things that you see, excess. You know, Rome fell because of excess. You know,
Really?
it wasn't able to maintain its military everywhere. Every time an empire expands beyond its borders too far, it implodes. It starts losing
Wow.
ground, right? And then there's excess, and the emperors are, you know, destroying the wealth, and they're keeping it, and all this stuff. So you have a couple bad presidents, then you start having big inflation situations because the debt's too high. That happened back then. Overspending, not enough money coming in, and then you have massive debt. You know, some people in Roman times they would take coins, and then they would chop pieces of the coin off, right, and then melt it, and then make other coins out of it. They would make more money, right? So it
Oh, shit.
devalued the money in Rome. So
Man, they were cutting coins up.
like
They
they
had to
like
have
the
more money.
slivers of gold off the money, and then they would melt it and it would become more gold. Yeah, and they created inflation.
Inflation.
Yeah, because now you don't have the same amount. It's not worth the same. So like a U.S. dollar right now, it's not worth the same that it was, 20 years ago or whatever, it loses value basically, so there's nothing behind it. At least that time there was gold, so it's all these things that are like very similar. So like basically and then you go into the French, with Napoleon and all that, the empire there, same thing, and so it's always the same type of pattern. We keep doing it all the time, so
It's human nature, though.
yeah.
It's like we're like made to like make something sick and then just like destroy it.
Right.
It's
But
like in our DNA.
you would think, however, that at this point we would learn.
Humans don't learn, though.
We have all the proof. Like it's there, and it still do it. You just can't stop yourself from corruption everywhere. That's everywhere. Like if you in Roman times, that was it. Like corruption, like the hungry for power, and then you take it on your people basically, and that's what happens. So I see similar traits. Like happening here right now. It's the same thing. So hopefully we can lessen the because it wasn't cool the way it ended over there. After 1,000 years of dominance, it just like the Vandals, I think it was, or the Visigoths, all the German tribes came in, like they just took over. Rome was done.
Wow.
They evacuated Rome. You know that? Like Rome was
no.
completely abandoned as a city before it gave up its before it got taken over. People were leaving because there was no way to live in the city anymore. So look at the parallels. Very hard to live in the cities. People go into the suburbs, right? So
Just like
imagine
California.
So imagine.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's tough here.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that live here, and they're like, it's tough, dude. So it's like so it interests me, and I felt, let me put it into metal and then educate, right? Like fucking this happened. Like when you say that, imagine 4 emperors that got killed in 1 year time, right? 4.
That's
So
a lot.
imagine 4 presidents getting
know, yeah, that's-
assassinated, right?
We will be talking about it for
Like 4. You'll be like, dude, and it still survived. It kept going for 500 more years, bro. Like it says 500 BC to 500, like about after the death of Jesus Christ, whatever. So like, and it's funny because as the year 0 is when Christ was there, right? Year 0, 500 years before, 500 years later, Roman Empire gone.
what a time.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. So it's interesting, Interesting.
That's one of the subjects I've been wanting to like get into when I get older. Like just going full on into history and just learn
Dude,
about.
I recommend it. At least learn about it and see, because it's part of who we are. Basically, those are the influences. They came from there.
Yeah.
The roads you're on now, they were built by the Romans. The idea of like these passages and like the roads and everything was done by them. The aqueducts, all the so like there was running water in Rome, and then the rest of the world didn't have that. So like they have water, fresh water, like aqueducts, sewer systems, all that stuff. Like they invented all that.
I know that.
Yeah, dude. It's like that's where it comes from.
Holy crap.
And pizza, I think.
Well, that's the thing that just brought the community together.
Yeah. So I mean, the food and everything. So in those times, the power was the agricultural, right? So that was because of the way Italy was positioned. It could produce food and grain and wine and everything. So it had. Like agriculture was the main thing in those times. Greece was the same before, and so that's why that region was like very important. So it gained power because of it. Now we're an industrial thing, and so if you look at the patterns, it goes from all that in agricultural, all that into industrial, and now into what? AI. That's the new revolution. Yeah.
AI is here to stay.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be a
we
long,
need to adapt to it because we're not going to get rid of it. That's staying
Yeah.
for sure. Even me, I'm like, I used to be a Google guy and whatever. Now I'm like ChatGPT and Grok or whatever.
Oh
I'm
no.
like, I'm like, oh shit, I got the answer right away. So that's the thing, It's like at the beginning I didn't believe in it. I was like, it's lying. It's got to have the conspiracy guy came in me.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to just say whatever they think is the truth or whatever. But then I research it and it's accurate, a lot of it.
Really?
Yeah. I do. So I'll go back to Google and I'll go back to like actual research and it's accurate. All it does, it just scopes the net at light speed and it gives you the answer. Instead of you trying to find it, like through different websites. It's just like this. So far, so good, but I don't know later.
I wonder if I wonder if that's good or bad though, because it's like I'm comparing it to the GPS, right? Because
Yeah.
now we know where to go at any moment. It's
Right.
we press the address, it takes us there. But I notice like I personally don't use it. I'll be okay if I'm going somewhere. I'll either check the traffic, or I'll look at it once. And I'll actually memorize
Good.
where it's going, and then I'll turn it off.
Good.
Just to kind of keep like the
Yeah.
juices flowing.
Yeah.
And I noticed like a lot of people that rely on it could go somewhere a lot of times, but they don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
You know. So what is okay? So what is that?
Right.
Because you're using it, you're going somewhere. It's accurate, but without it,
You're not paying attention.
Yeah.
Because you're paying attention to your phone where it's bringing you, right?
yes.
So I agree. I do the same. I'll use it once, but then I'll try to memorize it
Yes,
as I'm
yeah.
going, so that then I don't have to use it again when I do stuff. I mean, sometimes it's like I'm going to a restaurant somewhere, I have no idea where it is, and I'll use it.
Sure.
It's in my car. But however, even with my kids, for example, the calculator is the same thing. Like you do math, you're not doing it mentally, right?
Yeah.
But my kids, I make them do it mentally. So I try to have them understand how to do the math. You know, like 5 + 5 - 3. What is it? You know, like for my 6-year-old or whatever. He's like, he's like, yeah, figure it
Thinking,
out.
that's
Figure it
cool.
out. Don't do the calculator thing and whatever. You know, and
Make those connections.
yeah. I stopped at algebra. I didn't understand the fucking thing about it. I was just like when I was in high school. I wasn't good at math, but I was good at percentages, which is important.
All good, especially in your line of work.
Yes. So those are the important things, and so I think that school is a good thing, but to a certain degree, it doesn't teach you about money. It doesn't teach you about certain things that are important, for you to break out of the I call it the sheep lane. Like they're telling everybody this is what you need to be into it. So
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. I finished high school and I was done. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I ain't going to college. I'm not, so I'm doing music.
I'm rocking.
I'm going on the road.
I'm rocking. Yeah, I was curious. It's one of my last selfish questions. So after the 8th record, it seems like you found like the sound, and then like each record kind of had like some bangers.
Right.
So you kind of like, so people were still gravitating towards the records. So I was wondering. So it's a 2-part question. What are some mistakes that you made, and then after that 8th record, like what happened?
I think so. I believe that we might have got comfortable, which is something a lot of bands do, where it's like some people started saying, "Oh, it's a bit repetitive." The idea behind it was a little bit too close, maybe. I think the record Prevail and Heaven's Venom were a little bit like the ones that were the one that dropped off a bit was Heaven's Venom, but it has 2 big hits on it. I call them hits in death metal. I mean,
sure, yeah.
let's be realistic. They're not like a top 10 worldwide type
Yeah.
of song, but like Push the Venom and At the Edge of the World are 2 big tracks out of that we still play all the time live. Push the Venom, yeah, that one on the top. Those are the 2 that we have to play live.
Sick.
Like so. But that record was the one that people were saying, started seeing the media starting to turn on us. Like,
Oh, wow.
they're kind of being a little bit generic. They're a little bit, starting to repeat themselves. Nothing new. So that's when you start getting like worried, and you say, okay, now I got to turn it around.
What do you do? Yeah.
So then you start analyzing what's working. I start analyzing what is it that people are saying. Maybe we need to change producer. Maybe we need to change a few things around music-wise. What is it that's popping right now in the industry?
Yeah.
Maybe take some ideas from it and then develop your own thing. However, there's something that brought us right where we are, and that thing needs to stay intact.
Yeah.
So basically, whatever the fabric of Cataclysm is needs to remain. So whatever it is, right? So basically, let's move
You
around.
had to know that, though, right?
Right. You have to understand that, and luckily we did.
Okay.
So we moved around a little bit with the records. We had member changes that happened there. We always had a drummer situation with Cataclysm. It was
Always tough.
always in and out. Max was the one that stayed the longest with Cataclysm, and
Yeah. Of Ghosts and Gods, it's like that's like what happened.
so that one. So that's the one right there that popped.
Yeah, so it took you two records to be like what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. So
and then
like
what happened here?
So this one over here, we went. I think people were complaining that we weren't heavy enough, right? So you get that situation. You're getting soft, or you're just like so many bands were coming out of the deathcore scene that were so fucking heavy that made us look a little bit like holy shit. We're not, we're no longer the band now.
Interesting,
right?
yeah.
Like you guys, you started fucking kicking ass everywhere,
Yeah.
and so it's like,
Yeah.
so then we were like, holy fuck, we do a Summer Slaughter, and it's like, you're on there. Remember that tour? I don't know if you guys were on it, but the one we did, it was like Whitechapel was opening, I think.
Oh yeah.
There was
that
the
lineup.
Despised Icon on there, and I think it
Yeah.
was Cataclysm and Black Dahlia were closing. I was in a sandwich in there, dude. Like it was a bunch of fucking deathcore bands that were just
Wow.
fucking ripping everything apart,
Wow.
And that tour right there. Look at that old logo I have. And Vader was on it.
Oh,
And,
Vader was on it,
Yeah,
cool.
and Cryptopsy, I
Nice.
think. Yeah. So what a cool tour. Faceless, Despised Icon, Aborted, Born of Osiris. Look, that's insane.
That's a crazy lineup.
Yeah, that's
$20
crazy.
too.
$20, bro.
Let's go.
Dude, right? So I'm right. Like now it's like what, 50? It's like something like that.
Yeah, that'll be like 45, 50.
So what happened? We toured with these type of bands. We started seeing a little bit what's going on. So we do a record, Waiting for the End to Come, which was our darkest, probably heaviest record in a long time. So we
Yes.
kind of went like, boom. Oh yeah, we can't do it? Watch. So we did it. So it became a very aggressive record. Waiting for the End to Come popped, and it perked people's ears, right?
You got people's attention.
Right.
Okay.
So I said, however, it's not yet. There's no hits. There's not a big hit. And we
Yeah.
noticed the biggest hit on that record for us. Again, I used these type of terms, and you know what I mean. Death metal
Yes.
hits. Elevate was the song, and that one is a melodic, slow kind of track. Was very catchy. So I was like, combine it again, catchiness with the heaviness, like that we kind of like were lacking a little bit, and modernize the sound. So that's Ghosts and Gods.
Oh, okay.
And then Ghosts and Gods, The Black Sheep was the song, and I wrote that song because we felt like the black sheep in the industry. It's also at the time where what was happening to me personally, where I was going into the business side of things, and I was getting crushed by the outside forces.
Wow.
So I was like, we're the black sheep. But what happened with that term, it connected the entire metal scene, like the fan base, the fans, they feel like black sheeps too. So I was
Wow.
like, we're all black sheeps, like in this, like, you're not going to be a wolf in this world. You're going to be,
Wow.
so at least be different. And so like it was accepting who you are type of thing. And that song became our biggest track ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's the biggest song we have right now is the Black Sheep. It's like mandatory play,
Oh, yeah.
So that album is our biggest selling record, I believe, right now. Like it's still like stream wise, it's the highest. There are probably 3 or 4 songs that they get in the top.
And you're talking, oh, shit, 10th record in?
10th record in,
Dude.
So we keep renovating. Like
So it's like 8th, 10th, and
Yep.
then Meditations.
meditation
Again. It's
kills-
like,
yep.
I'm like, how are they doing this? They're like fucking in like the double digits. So I was really curious,
Right.
like what happened with the 8th record, 10th,
Right.
and so on. Because you keep having
So-
like 1 or 2 bangers.
So Meditations, we changed producer, and we went with like a rock producer. He did a Monomart too, but I don't remember now. What was his name? Maybe you can look that up. Producer of Meditation. But it worked. Like people were into it, and it's a lighter production. It's clean and it's crisp. However, I wrote the song "Narcissist."
Oh, yeah.
I wrote that song in my basement with the guys, and I said to them, I'm going to write a song that's going to be 2 minutes long. That's going to be like As I Slither, which is like our Cataclysm's
Oh, yeah.
big monster track, right?
Yeah.
And I said, we're going to do another stupid riff type of like song that's like just like generic kind of riffing, but we're going to have some, it's going to be catchy as fuck and it's going to be short. And I said, let's do it again. Let's do another Slither, right? So I did Narcissist. I wrote the song. We put it together. Yeah, Jay Rustin was the producer.
Oh, Jay Rustin, okay.
Yeah, he did Anthrax, Stone Sour.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
Yeah, he's out of LA. He's out here. So he did a great job. It's just, I like really beefy productions, and this one's very clean, right? We do Narcissist, and the track's an automatic hit for us. Like, it just automatically, everybody loves it, right? And it's got 2 riffs, and it's just cut off riffs.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's like the song, the lyrics, when it goes into the social aspect of things, a narcissist, and then you see that everywhere around you. So that's also the kind of clickbait Cataclysm does, is that it goes into subjects that everybody relates to. So, somebody that's narcissist around you, yeah, or the guy just, dumped, his girlfriend just dumped him, and it's like,
yeah.
she's a narcissist,
Oh,
she
yeah.
thinks she's fucking. The video kind of says that too. Narcissist at the end, the girl's like becoming a monster. She takes her face off and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So it's those type of things that I think keep Cataclysm in the game. Is the fact that we are relating to people. People are relating to our songs lyric wise, and that the music is catchy and it's making them like stay on board, right? But we are reinventing ourselves all the time, right? Like none of our records sound the same, except for those kind of records that we started, like the Prevail and the Heaven's Venom.
Getting comfortable.
Where we started getting comfortable. Yeah.
Wow.
So like, it's working. That's not
Comfort
touching.
is death.
Well, we were doing, I think at that time, 50,000 units in the United States or something, or 30,000 in the United States and 30,000 in Europe. And for us, selling 50, 60,000 records already 10 years in, they were selling good. So we're like, hey, like, let's maybe not move the boat too much. And like, so we but a lot of people like Prevail. It's their favorite record. And so it's hard to say. So that I think that's the album that has taken the world by storm, which is a huge Cataclysm track. It's the first one that goes into the millions on YouTube. And it's like, so I don't know, man. It's, sometimes you just got to go with with the flow and your feelings. And I think that every time we don't overthink things, we just go in and do a record and we're happy. We do something good. So that, and then Unconquered was the COVID record, 2020. I remember shooting the video for the kill shot on that album.
Yeah.
And we're at the airport waiting for our flight, and then we see on TV we're shutting down the country, and we're like,
oh, fuck.
We had just finished the kill shot, and they were shutting down the world, like, pretty much. We were like, what the fuck's going on? Everybody was watching the TV in the airport. It was fucking scary, Scary because, I mean, like, I never experienced something like that. I don't think you either.
No.
Yeah. And then Goliath is the most recent record, and that one also is doing really, really good. It's a big record for us. This one, it's bringing in the numbers. It was album of the month in Germany and UK and
sick.
So in Metal Hammer and all that. So we're hanging in there. I mean, we're 15 records in, man. It's hard, It's like, so the next plan we have for Cataclysm, it's going to be next summer. We're going to record. I built a studio out of in Orlando that we're going to use for the first time. But what's cool about it is I built this studio on 1 acre of land. It has a cabin house, like a cabin home.
Oh, wow.
And then the back, I built like a kind of a shed house studio type of thing, and it's really nice. And we're going to spend the entire summer writing this record together, like we would the old days, because right now everybody's living in different places, and we are kind of putting our ideas like everybody does. They send me some riffs and drum programming. This time we're not doing that. We're gonna fucking write the whole record together, spend the whole summer together.
Oh, nice, dude.
In an environment where we can have a fire at night and smoke cigars and
it's hang.
Just again, positive, have a good time. Let's try new shit, and then see how it goes. So we have the luxury to do it. So I'm like, let's do that, and everybody's on board. And I think we're gonna document it. So I think we're onto something cool with it, and gonna have a good record. I think we have good ideas right now. So
It's a good idea.
good. Why not? I mean, sometimes you got to take a step back, go back to the roots. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
it's like.
always.
So I think that's the plans for us for now, and then after this tour we're doing there, and then that's it. You know, so like take it 1 year at a time and see where it goes. Like I said, like live right now,
Be
feel it
present.
out, do your plans. You know, like to be happy now, that means that you made plans towards that, also, right? So.
Yeah.
You know, if you blow all your money and you're all fucked up right now, then later you're not gonna be happy.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, that's take that with a grain of salt. You know.
Oh yeah, I've learned that. Yeah, sometimes you gotta schedule your happiness.
Yeah.
It's crazy
For sure.
when you get older.
Yeah.
But is there anything that I missed about your history that you want out there? It's always like my
Everything you heard about me is half true.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I have that reputation that he's hard and he's tough and whatever, and I know that there's all kinds of stuff out there that's not true, and there's some things that are true, but I speak my mind. I wear my emotions on my sleeve sometimes, and that's how I am. And I some people don't like the truth, you know, like when you say something
Oh,
and they're
dude,
like, hey,
100%.
you know, it's like I'm not afraid of the truth, and I'm always going to be honest. And then sometimes being honest, it makes you enemies, right? So I'm always going to be true to myself and my band. We're always going to be who we are, and that's it. You know, it's like, and there's no hiding into anything. There's no fakeness around my environment or my team or anybody that's around us, you know, and I install that
great.
everywhere. Management wise, I'm always there to help bands and push them to the next level as much as I can with all my experience and my connections and things. I've been doing that for a long time now, and I'm happy with the results there. And this label thing is the big thing that's coming now for me, and I'm very interested to see where I can bring that. I think that's the missing piece for my entire career. I always wanted to be part of a record label and make a difference there, you know. And now that I find that there's a need for that independent mentality to come back, and I think that's going to be cool. And call me for Suicide Silence, man.
Okay, sure. Well, yeah. I mean, I've learned, it's going that way. I think the music industry needs to catch up. It's that it's like the independent, some form of, and being independent is like the future. In comedy, all like the biggest podcasts are all independent. All like the news channels are all independent. Like they're just dominating. If you just fucking just eat shit for a few years, man, and you have like your own thing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. I mean, and it's like you just figure out what works for your band, what makes you happy, keep your rights, right? That's the thing. Right?
Yeah.
It used to be a time where you sign your life away.
Oh,
Right?
I've done that.
And then you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that anymore. So you do something that
Sign my
works.
dick away. Fuck,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. So you work something out that works out for you. That you know, you got to look at the future. Digital assets or everything. You know, that's the future. That's gold right now.
It is, man.
Yeah, man. So like, you know, work a deal that makes you happy, and that's it. You know, and that both parties are happy. Both parties work together for the same goal of making a success. Right? It has to be together towards the same goal. So
Yeah.
at the end, that's what I want to push out there for everybody, and I want to give a chance to small bands to emerge, because without it, there's no future. Right? So some of these bands out there, they're like that band Windrose, like I was saying, that like, I don't know if you ever heard of them.
No, I haven't.
So their band, that band is like immense right now. It's doing killer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they're out of Italy, and it's like, you know, they call it dwarf metal. Look how many people at the shows now we're doing.
Oh wow.
So I got them to bring these inflatable axes. So everybody's doing the digging, because I have a song called Diggy Diggy Hole. That's huge.
Yeah.
So this band, for example, they had a cover. They did a cover of a song of a video game, and we released that as a first single. I was opposed on it by everybody, including the label, but at the end it became their biggest hit, and exposed the band everywhere. So basically, what I'm saying is that this band was a buy-on band. Look how many people they're doing.
It's so rare.
3,000 people a night right now, right?
The buy-on
So this
band.
band was a buy-on band. I was on tour with us and XDeo, and I saw it, and I was like, this band has to be out there. And nobody wanted to sign it. And there was like nobody. So I went to Napalm, and I was like, hey, just give me a deal. They're like, I don't know, you know, like that. But then they gave me a deal. And it was not a great deal, but we had to take it. and now it's one of their top bands.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, but that's a story, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing I want to do. And I kind of did the same thing with Ailstorm when I was with them, and some, I would just want to give the bands a chance to get their wings, you know what I mean, and then like see where it goes. And these boys and us have run through so much together. It's awesome to see them at the success at this level. You know, it's like really cool. And basically that's what I want to do as I'm entering final phase of my career, I would say, because like I said before, I am 51.
I wouldn't call it the final phase. Maybe one of
we'll see. It's like
a later phase.
Later phase. I
There you
like
go.
that.
There
I
you
like
go.
that. I like that. So yeah, so that's my story, man. So I appreciate you inviting
Appreciate
me
you,
here,
man.
It's been a while, so thank you so much for having me, man. Appreciate you.
Anytime, man. Where can people find you guys?
Just every social media there is, we're on everything, and the Instagram everywhere. We have cataclysm.net, so is our
Sick.
website. I believe it's cataclysm.net or cataclysm.ca. We might have had the Canadian one still on there. No, it's on there, I think. So you can find us pretty much online everywhere.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for your time, man.
Thank
Appreciate
you, brother.
it, dude.
I appreciate you so
Hell yeah,
much.
too, man. All right, everyone. That's it. Later.
Cheers.